Live from the Maverick Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's a rubber match of a three-game series as the Grizzlies take on the Idaho Steelheads. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. We got a fun one in store here tonight. The first two games of the series have been nail-biters. Idaho won 2-1 in overtime as Hank Crone, who was the MVP in the league for the 2022-23 season, he got a breakaway for Idaho and made the difference in the game as Idaho won 2-1. Both goaltenders were outstanding. Ben Cross stopped 33 of 34. Jake Barcheski saved 32 of 34. Grizzlies also got a goal from Adam Berg. On Saturday night, in front of a season-high crowd of 9,375 on Guns and Hoses night, it was a back-and-forth battle. Utah scored first as Cole Fonstad picked up a shorthanded goal, and that was 4:59 into the first period. Later on in the first, Andre Bakanov scored 9:58 in, and then Hank Crone got a pass from Reese Harsh and made it a 2-1 game, 19:02 into the first period. Steelheads led 2-1 after one frame. Saturday night was the first time that Idaho had lost a game when leading after one period. 12:28 into the second period. Grizzlies had a 2-on-1 odd man break on a power play. Keaton Mastrodonato fired away from the right side. It bounced off the right pad of Brian Thompson directly towards Chad Hillebrand. And Hillebrand scored his first pro goal. And that was a power play tally, 12:28 into the second period. Idaho took a 3-2 lead. 5:39 into the third period as Reese Harsh got his fourth of the year. Harsh ended the night with one goal and one assist. Grizzlies tied it up 8-10 into the third period as Cole Fonstad got a sixth of the year and second of the game. Mastrodonato and Yoon picked up the assist. Yoon now has a point in 6 straight games, and Mastrodonato has 8 assists in his last 5 games. Game went to overtime. Utah outshot Idaho 4-1 in the extra session. It was Neil Shea all alone from the right circle as he went glove side past Thompson. And Shea picked up his team-leading 17th goal of the season. It was Shea's first game winner, believe it or not, on the campaign. And Utah came away with a 4-3 victory. And it's interesting to think about the close games. Idaho has had 5 of their last 7 games go past regulation. And the Grizzlies have had 3 straight games during this homestand and past the 60-minute mark. We'll see what happens here tonight. We're expecting another close game. And if you're in the West Valley area, come on out and join us. There's a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48 that's available. And that's for every Monday home game. Grizzlies will also have that same offer 2 weeks from now for a 3:10 start on President's Day. We got a good goaltending matchup tonight. It's the same one we had on Friday evening. Ben Cross gets the start in net. He's one of the best goaltenders in the league. He'll be in for Idaho. And for the Grizzlies, it's going to be Jake Barcheski getting the start for the 3rd straight game. Barcheski has a team lead with 6 victories on the season. Saturday's win broke a tie with Adam Scheel for the club lead. So it should be a fun one. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and join us. If not, we got video coverage on Flow Sports as well as audio coverage on the Utah Grizzlies YouTube channel. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the hot performers for the Grizzlies as of late. We'll talk about some interesting trends that have gone the Grizzlies' way over the last month. We're in business on a Monday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. We've had some great individual performances here in the first half of the regular season. For the Grizzlies, there's a tie at the leaderboard for points in the season. Derek Dashke has 8 goals and 24 assists, 32 points on the year. Neil Shea also has 32 points this season, 17 goals and 15 assists. Shea has a point in 19 of 24 games this season. Derek Dashke has a point in 22 of 34 games this year. So both of them have been consistent performers. You got to remember Keaton Mastrodonato has spent some time in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles. Mastrodonato picked up his 8th multiple-point game this season, and that makes a 3-way tie. Dashke, Shea, and Mastrodonato each have 8 multiple-point games on the season. Watch out for the Grizzlies' power play. It's certainly been mighty as of late, as over the last 6 games, Utah is 8 for 20 on the power play. Grizzlies have 12 power play goals in their last 11 games. Grizzlies have played pretty good hockey as of late. They've got a record of 9-6-1-1 over their last 17 games. And really, the Grizzlies have been a pretty good offensive club over the last month and a half. Utah has scored 70 goals in their last 18 games, an average of 3.88 goals per game. And if that was the case over the full season, Grizzlies would be in the top 5 in the league. Second periods have certainly been good for Utah. The Grizz have a second period goal in 24 of their last 27 games. And the Grizzlies have 13 goals in the second period over their last 5 games. That spans the entire homestand. This is the 6th and final game of the homestand. Utah has done a pretty good job here on the Maverick Center ice, as they have 6 out of a possible 10 standings points on the homestand, as they have a record of 2-1-1-1, as they have standings points in 4 of the 5 games. It's an interesting regular season series between the Grizzlies and the Steelheads. It's the 6th of 9 regular season meetings between the clubs. Utah has played 3 straight games past regulation. The Grizz are 2-2-1 against Idaho this season. Should be a ton of fun here. Grizzlies and the Idaho Steelheads. I know from the Idaho perspective, they're certainly thrilled to have Ty Pelton-Bice back in the Steelheads lineup. He has missed 12 straight games due to an injury, but when he's been healthy, he's been outstanding over the last couple years. Pelton-Bice in 30 games this year has 17 goals and 17 assists. So Wade Murphy, just on Friday night, made his Steelhead season debut, and coming back from an injury where he missed 12 straight games, Ty Pelton-Bice, who's been a Grizzlies killer over the last couple years. Hank Crone has a goal in back-to-back games in this series. Andrei Bakanov also has a goal in back-to-back games in this set, but Bakanov is a scratch from the Idaho lineup. When we come back, we'll go over the starters for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Idaho Steelheads, and we're in business on a Monday night. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 12 minutes from now here across the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Idaho Steelheads, who have a record of 22-15-5 on the season. 5 of their last 7 games have gone past regulation. Idaho on the road has a record of 10-7-2, and they're led by head coach Everett Sheen, who on Friday night picked up his 200th victory as Steelheads head coach. And he's got a winning percentage of better than 66%. Ben Cross will get the start in net. He's got a record of 12-4-3 with a 3.15 goals against average and a .909 save percentage. Cross is on a 1-year NHL entry-level contract. He is 7th in the league with 12 victories on the season, and he has faced 666 shots this season, which is 11th most among league goaltenders and the 3rd most among league rookie goaltenders. And he's been a hot goaltender as of late. He has won 5 of his last 7 starts, and he's been a road warrior as Kraz is 7-2-2 on the road this season, and he is 3-0 against Utah on the campaign. Brian Thompson, who got the loss in Saturday night's game, he's the backup. He's got a record of 7-9-1. 6 defensemen on Everett Sheen's lineup card. Trevor Zins and Matt Register have played in every game this season. That's the starting defensive pairing. Zins has 1 goal and 6 assists in 42 games. Matt Register leads all league defensemen with 32 assists on the season. He also has 4 goals and a +16 rating. So Zins and Register are the starting defensive pairing. We will also see Jason Horvath paired up with Reese Harsh. Harsh had 1 goal and 1 assist on Saturday night. And we will also see Nick Canati paired up with Pito Walton. Walton is 6'2", 192 pounds. Canati had been a defenseman for the Grizzlies in years past, and he's been acting as a forward this season. But with the injury to Patrick Hudla and Ryan Gagnon also being out of the Steelheads lineup, Canati is acting as a defenseman. So that's a 6D men for Idaho tonight, who once again are without Patrick Hudla, who was the league's defenseman of the year just last season. Oddly enough, though, he's a -17 in the plus-minus rating. So that's the 6 forwards for Idaho tonight. The starting forward of the 6 defensemen. Starting forwards will include the captain, A.J. White, who in 41 games has 6 goals and 27 assists. He's played in all but 1 game this season. Patrick Moynihan will also get a start for Idaho. He is 5'11" and 185 pounds. He has 3 goals and 17 assists in 39 games. And Connor McEachran's also in there. He has 14 goals and 11 assists on the season. So that's the starting forwards for Idaho. We will also see a lot of Hank Crone, who's lined up with Ty Pelton-Bice and Wade Murphy. For Pelton-Bice, he's back after missing the last 12 games due to injury. Demetrios Komatsis is lined up with Brendan Hoffman and Andrew Ballant. It's the 6th game that Ballant has played against Utah this season, as he played in 3 games with Indy against Utah here at Maverick Center late in November. Jade Miller, Blake Swetlikoff, and Mason McCarty are the 4th forward line from left to right on Everett Sheen's lineup card. So that's the 12 forwards for Idaho tonight. Forward scratches include Andre Bakanov, who has a goal in each of the 2 games in this series. C.J. Walker and former NHLer Mark Olver are the other forward scratches. And now the lineup for the Utah Grizzlies, who have a record of 14-22, 4-1 on the season. They're 9-9-3-1 here at the friendly confines of Maverick Center. Getting the start in net will be Jake Barcheski. This will be his 18th appearance this year. Barzo's got a team high 6 victories on the year. He is 6-5-1 with a 3.58 goals against average and an .895 save percentage. Barcheski's been outstanding as of late, as in his last 10 games, he's got a record of 5-3-1 with a .920 save percentage and 2.76 goals against average. Barcheski is a first-year pro, 6'1" and 180 pounds. Vinny Duplessis is the backup. The starting defensive pairing includes Derek Dashke and Brian Yu. Yoon's got a point in 6 straight games. Derek Dashke is tied for the club lead with 32 points on the season, 8 goals and 24 assists. Dashke also leads Utah with 13 power play points, 5 goals and 8 assists. So Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensive pairing. We will also see Kay Jensen paired up with the former Steelhead Cody Corbett. And the third forward line is going to be Andrew Nilsson and former Steelhead Cooper Jones. Jones spent 2 different stints with the Steelheads. He played half a season in the 2021-22 campaign, and also he was with Idaho in the first half of the 2023-24 season. So that's the 6th defenseman. The 1 defensive scratch for the Grizzlies is Dylan Savankov. 12 forwards on Ryan Kanasowicz's lineup card. The top forward line will get the start, and that is Keaton Mastrodonato, Cole Fonstad, and Neil Shea. That 3-man forward unit took 22 of Utah's 42 shots on Saturday night in the 4-3 overtime victory. Mastrodonato took a season-high 10 shots, while Neil Shea had 1 goal on 7 shots, and Cole Fonstad had 2 goals on 5 shots. So that's a starting forward line. Mastrodonato, Shea, and Fonstad. Fonstad most likely will take the opening face-off. Second forward line from left to right includes Chad Hillebrand, who scored his first pro goal on Saturday night. He's a first-year pro at Western Michigan University. He had 17 goals in his 4-year college career. His college teammate, Cole Gallant, is the center on that line. Gallant has 2 goals and 18 assists on the season. And Reed Lepster, he did not play at Western Michigan University, but he might be an honorary alum by tonight, the end of tonight. He played his college hockey, did Lepster, at UMass Amherst, as well as Michigan State University. Third forward line from left to right is Adam Berg, the captain Mick Messner, and Briley Wood. Wood's been outstanding this year. He has 31 points, 13 goals, and 18 assists. Wood is 7th among all league rookies in points. Adam Berg is actually celebrating his 28th birthday tomorrow. Mick Messner, the captain, has 109 shots on goal. Messner is tied with Neil Shea for the club lead in shots. Fourth forward line tonight, from left to right, is Aaron Aragon, Cade Nilsson, and Craig Armstrong. Aragon is one of 4 former Idaho Steelheads skaters who are in the lineup tonight. Forward scratches for the Grizzlies include Cameron Buell, Blake Wells, Dylan Fitz, Luke Manning, who's missing his 5th straight game after playing in 37 straight contests. Tyson Upper is also out of the Grizzlies lineup, as is Braden Nicolettes. It'll be interesting to see the shot count here tonight. Both teams are pretty high up there in the shots allowed per game. Utah allows 33.7 shots per game, while Idaho has allowed 35.8. And we've seen 2 high shot totals here in this series. For the Grizzlies on Friday night, actually both teams took 34 shots on Friday night in the Idaho 2-1 overtime victory. Both goaltenders were outstanding. On Saturday night, the Grizzlies had a 42-37 edge in the shot count. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like here tonight. When the Grizzlies have outshot opponents this season, they have a record of 7-5-2-1. However, when the Grizzlies have been outshot, they've got a record of 7-17-1. Grizzly starters are being announced by PA announcer Mark Larson. Grizzlies are wearing a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Idaho, for the 3rd straight game, is wearing a white jersey with black numbers, silver trim, and black on the shoulders with a little bit of silver just below the shoulders and in the bottom of the jersey. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverick Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Steelheads coming up next. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. And now here at Maverick Center, see them pick up the national anthem.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Idaho Steelheads. The winner of this one will pick up 5 out of 6 standings points on the series. The first 2 games of this series ended in overtime. Idaho on Friday night won 2-1. Hank Crone was the hero for the Steelheads. On Saturday night, in front of a season-high crowd of 9,375, it was Neil Shea acting as the hero. Shea has 17 goals in 24 games for the Grizzlies this year. Grizzlies will start out with the forward line of Mastrodonato, Shea, and Fonstad. Those were the 3 stars on Saturday night. And they combined for 22 of Utah's 42 shots, including Mastrodonato, who had a season-high 10 shots. Idaho will counter with A.J. White, Patrick Moynihan, and Connor McEachern. Matt Register's played over 100 pro games against the Grizzlies all time. He's paired up with Trevor Zenz. For the 3rd straight game, Harrison O'Prey is the referee. Linesmen are Andy Van Wagener and Tyler Keston. Grizzlies will skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. Utah wins the draw, goes past Brian Yoon, who's paired up with Derek Dashke. Yoon runs it down, stops behind Barczewski's net, and he'll get to Mastrodonato, back to Yoon. He'll skate around A.J. White and slide it across off the left wing wall to Dashke. Dashke will bounce it off of McEachern who gets the puck, and he'll chip it in. White to the right side, gets it dashed away by Yoon. Now White, centering pass, shot, saved by Barczewski. Moynihan had to look out in front of the net on a White pass. Barczewski makes the first big save of the game 25 seconds in. As Neil Shea gets tied up along the near wing wall by A.J. White. Fonstad drives into the left corner deep in the Steelhead zone. Register will spin it back to Trevor Zenz, who will tap it off the glass, goes over McEachern's head. Actually, McEachern gathers it, gets to the center red line, and he'll dump it in. Both teams will hit the refresh button for the first time tonight. Grizzlies have Andrew Nilsson out there with Cooper Jones. Nilsson ahead off a Gallant skate as they'll essentially drop to Lepster at center ice. Now Gallant back towards Lepster right wing. He tried to start to Hillebrand. It bounced off of Reese Harsh, number 24 for Idaho. Lepster feeds up top to Jones, who spins it around the boards. As Hillebrand behind the net gets hit by Horvath and divorcing the puck. As Gallant left side has a glance off his stick. Wade Murphy gets it ahead to Hank Crone. Crone will cross center ice. He dumps it in. Ty Pelton Bice is off the ice after his first shift of the game. Bice is back after missing 12 straight games for Idaho, and he's been a Grizzlies killer over the last couple years. Nielsen will bounce it towards Mick Messner across to Cooper Jones, who crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line, stops on the left point, dangles back and forth. He fires a righty shot that goes wide. Puck to Reed Lepster, who spins it behind the net to Adamberg, who's celebrating a birthday tomorrow. As puck goes along the near wall, Walton will clear it out. Puck hipping out towards the Utah line. It's poked away by Kumatsis. As he'll get to Hoffman, right side, take a righty shot. That's blocked by Corbett, who gets up slowly as he limps, and he'll skate towards the bench. Idaho in the offensive zone. Great pass out in front. Ballant. He'll take a righty shot. He gets back checked by Messner, who poked the puck away from him. Great defensive work by the captain. Berg and Walton battle at center ice. Walton takes the puck away from him. He'll get to Jade Miller in his first shift of the game. Miller in his 3rd season with Idaho, former South Carolina Stingray. He avoids Jensen's check, but taking the puck is Derek Dashke, who will wobble it to the right side. It's cut off by Svetlikov. He looked to center it towards Miller, got a stick lifted. He wanted a holding call on Wood, none to be had. Messner gets to center ice, and he crossed the offense line. He'll chip it towards Cross. We'll feed it back towards the left wing or the far wing wall, which is on the right side as Idaho's defending. Crossing center ice, entering the attack zone. Svetlikov wearing number 36. He filters it out in front. It bounced off of Dashke. Grizzlies come back the other way. Armstrong to Cade Nelson, left wing. Back towards Armstrong, who swung and didn't get much on it as Register got a stick in the way of Armstrong's follow through. Dashke runs it down deep in the Grizzlies zone as Idaho makes another line change as they come back with the guys that started, as Idaho's gone through the roulette wheel once with their forward lines. Dashke to Cade Nelson behind the net. Nelson on the 4th forward line with Armstrong and Aragon today. As the puck goes towards the right side, Idaho gets it. Now a big-time collision. Aragon and McEachern hit each other near the bench area. Yoon over to Dashke. We played about 3.5 minutes about. Idaho's outshot Utah 2-0. Grizzlies dump it in as there's still no score. Reese Harsh Over in the left corner, Fonstad took it away, gets it towards Neil Shea, who skates towards the high slot, backhand shot, kick saved by Cross. As Fonstad throws to the right corner for Shea. Shea directs it up top to Cooper Jones, right side. Jones pedals towards the high slot. He'll feed it to Nilsson in the left point. Cross-ice pass goes tape to Shea. Shea with a sharp angled shot that goes wide. It looked like he was looking for a cutter out in front. Fonstad left point, lefty shot saved by Cross. A.J. White gets it, and he will toss it to Horvath, who's been impressive in this series. Jason Horvath, the 6'2 defenseman, back behind the back pass towards the left side, and puck is blocked by Barczewski's glove. As Crone took a shot from the left side, we get a whistle, and play a stop with 16:02 left in the first. Not entirely sure why the whistle blew, but it did. As there's 16:02 left in the first, Idaho's outshot Utah 3-2. It's just the start of things, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy part of Monday with us. Gallant will take the draw against Ty Pelton-Bice. Shot count's going to be interesting throughout. Idaho's outshot Utah 3-2. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke rolls along the boards. Fonstad couldn't reach and make that Hillebrand. And icing is on Utah. 15:55 left in the first. Kind of a late arriving crowd here at Maverick Center. But an outstanding crowd here on Saturday night. 9,375 were the paid attendance. We'll see if Derek Dashke and Neil Shea can break the tie right now. They each have 32 points to lead the Grizzlies. Briley Wood has 31 points on the season. Off the draw, Crone, left wing lefty shot saved by Barczewski. He holds on. Hank Crone's got a goal in each of the two games this series against Utah. Friday night was an overtime game winner. On Saturday, he scored late in the first period to give Idaho a 2-1 lead. Pelton-Bice will crouch down low and take the draw. And it's won by Gallant. He throws it towards Utah's backboard. Brian Hume gets to Lebster near the Grizzlies bench. Lebster will saucer towards Gallant down the middle of the ice. Gallant tries to split a double team, gets to the right side, takes a righty shot, saved by Cross. But what a great move by Gallant, slithering his way between the Idaho defense. Right point, Hillebrand battles with Nick Canati. Lebster over there with Pelton-Bice. Both guys wear number 17. Lebster being shadowed by Canati now as Canati pushes Lebster towards the glass. Now Gallant, right point. His righty shot is blocked by Peter Walton. Puck bounces back to center ice. Grizzlies reset. Hume, rink wide pass connects to Lebster on the left wing. Lebster skates in, skates horizontally towards the right side, takes a righty shot. Saved by Cross. Rebound goes back towards the right corner. Crone gets pushed by Hillebrand. Trevor Zins will race the puck out to center ice. Idaho has numbers if they want it. Zins left side gets towards Walton. Right side, Walton's shot is blocked by Dashke. Idaho had a 4-on-2, but good block by Derek Dashke. As behind the net, Hoffman will pitchfork it out towards Zins. Now Kumon sees right point, dangles back and forth. He's now in the high slot, dancing around. He'll backhand it towards Hoffman. Right side, righty shot, saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to Utah. Lebster gets it to Berg, who crosses center ice 1-on-2. Berg dumps it in as his teammates make a line change around him. Berg delivers a shoulder check on Trevor Zins. Keeping it in, right point's Cody Corbett, who rolls it around behind the net to Berg, over to Messner. Wraparound shot goes wide. Messner has 109 shots on goal, which is tied with Neil Shea for the club lead. As Berg gets pushed by Register, Zins takes the puck as we're about 6 minutes in. He'll get it ahead to Hoffman, who crosses center ice. Hoffman will shovel it in. He chases after, gets around two Grizzlies. Jensen has the puck. Hoffman tries to box him out in the right corner as Hoffman takes it. And he tried to get it towards McCarty, but it's poked away by Wood. Wood races after the loose puck, gets it at the Idaho line, skates towards the left circle, looking for a righty shot, and it's blocked by the skate of Matt Register. Now left point, Andrew Nelson dangles back and forth. Now he'll get to Cade Nelson, who dance around. He's double-teamed Nelson in the left point. Gets over to Briley Wood. Wood over in the left corner being shadowed by Register. Aragon throws it back towards Cade Nelson, and it's jabbed away by Svetlikov as the puck kept the opposite of the Utah line, run down by Cooper Jones. 13:33 and counting left in the first. Still no score. Idaho's outshot Utah 5-4. Armstrong, did he get a piece of it? Tyler Kessel, the linesman, said he didn't. And icing is on Utah as Armstrong is trying to accept the puck over at neutral ice, Idaho territory. But the linesman, in particular Tyler Keston, said Armstrong didn't get a piece of it. And Utah's called for icing with 13:26 left in the first. So he thinks to pick to click. Who's going to be the hero tonight for the Grizzlies? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with Aaron Aragon against his former team. He's my pick to click you're an Idaho fan, who do you think's going to get it done for the Steelheads? Ty Pelton-Bice is back after missing 12 straight games. Wade Murphy's certainly due. He's had some big goals against Utah in the past. Off the draw, Idaho high slot. Shot goes wide. That was taken by Jason Horvath, the recent addition to Idaho's club. Harsh gets it back to Horvath, who's now in the Idaho zone. He'll zip it to center ice for White, who will direct it back off the near wing wall as Moynihan takes it away off the boards. Moynihan gets it sticked away by Andrew Nelson. Puck to the corner. McEachern gets bounced by Cooper Jones. Puck slides towards the left corner. Mastrodonato gets to Fonstad on a creative pass. Fonstad will slide it all the way towards the near wing wall. It's taken by Reese Harsh, who gets to center ice, and he'll drive it in. Harsh comes off the ice. His line mate, Horvath, will stay out there. As Fonstad will push it out to center ice. Taking it is Walton. Turnover. Mastrodonato skates in, but the Grizzlies are offside as Neil Shea was still in the Idaho zone. 12:43 left in the first period. There's still no score. Idaho's outshot Utah 5-4. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Twelve minutes and 43 seconds left in the first period. Neutral zone drop to the Grizzlies. We're called for offsides. Fonstad will take the draw. He's got Shea to his left, Mastrodonato to his right. Yoon and Dashke, the defensive pairing. Utah wins the draw. Dashke fires on net. And Kraz will stick it. And he'll drop it for Nick Canati to keep the play alive. Canati 30 with the Steelheads. Over to Crone. Dangles back and forth. He'll slide to Murphy all alone. Right side. He swings and misses. Murphy gets it back. Shot saved by Barcheski. Barcheski, Mastrodonato, teammates of Canisius for 4 years. Crone trying to get Pelton-Bice out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark. And Idaho will have to reset it neutralized as Murphy had the puck bounce off his stick. Yoon gathers the puck. He'll slide it to his right for Mastrodonato. Gets to Fonstad, right side. Fonstad 6 goals over to Shea. Shot saved by Kraz. Boy, what a creative pass by Fonstad out to Shea out in front of the net. Walton zips it to the left wing. Has taken his Hoffman, but the Steelheads are offside. 11:58 left in the first. Still no score. Both teams are now up to 6 shots each. Boy, Murphy was all alone on the right side. Had all the time in the world to have a picnic and a cup of coffee. Barcheski denied him. And Fonstad with a great pass out in front to Neil Shea. Ben Kraz, the big goaltender. He goes 6'5" and 195 pounds. He knows how to utilize his size to his advantage. Cole Gallant will take the draw against Brendan Hoffman. Hoffman's been a standout performer. He has 16 goals and 16 assists and a +5 rating in 41 games for Idaho. Steelheads win the draw. Register throws it towards Barcheski, who sticks it away as the puck flies out of play off the protective netting. 11:53 is left in the first. And draw's going to be in the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. Since the start of January, the Grizzlies are 6-5-1-1 over their last 13 games. They try to climb back into the playoff picture. Hoffman and Gallant will take the draw once again. Gallant in his second year with the Grizzlies. He wins the faceoff as Cody Corbett, sporting a beard, will spin it along the near wing wall. Hillebrand tried to cut it off at the point. It goes wide of the mark as Trevor Zins gets it towards Register. Back to Zins down the middle of the ice. He'll push it is right for Kumatsis. Pass goes tape to tape. Kumatsis dumps it in. Barcheski rolls to the left corner. Ballant dangles back and forth. Corbett skates after him. Ballant behind the net to Hoffman. Shot to score! Centering pass from Hoffman to Kumatsis to the back of the net. And the Steelheads draw first blood with 11:31 left in the first. Kumatsis picks up his second goal of the year, and it was a great pass out in front by Brendan Hoffman, who picks up his 17th assist of the season. Ballant behind the net towards Hoffman, and cutting along the left wing towards the net was Kumatsis. The Arizona State product gets Idaho on the board. This should go to Blount and Hoffman, and that certainly is the case. Time of goal, 8:29 into the first period. As Utah wins the draw, they'll dump it in. Run down by Trevor Zins, a former Indy Fuel skater. Across the register, has played with quite a few teams, including a few championship clubs. White slides it ahead. Zins runs it down, gets it at the Utah line. Zins throws it back towards the middle of the ice to Moynihan. One-time tap to the right point for White, who spins around on the right side. He'll drop it back to the left point for Register. He fires lefty shot, and it goes high over Barczewski's head. Off the glass, loose puck. Briley Wood will slide it out to center ice. Idaho gets it back of their line as they make a line change. Register will dump it in from the right wing. Puck glides towards the left corner. Jade Miller accepts it. As he'll skate behind the net, he gets double-teamed. Andrew Nilsson delivers a push on him. Aragon towards traffic as Messner gets it jammed away by Register. The puck bounced off the Register back to center ice. Idaho resets. Throwing it back into their own zone for Reese Harsh. Harsh slides it over to Register as we played about 9.5 minutes. Off the near ball, Miller gets it. Idaho's passed the puck pretty well here so far. Over to Swetlakov behind the net. He gets pushed in the back by Dashke. And now Reese Harsh battles with Armstrong along the near boards. Now it's a 2-on-2 scrum. Puck hits the top of the net right corner off the scrum. Taking is Derek Dashke. Dashke in his second full season as a pro. He'll slide it to Cade Nilsson, who crosses center ice and gets around Murphy. Nilsson down the middle. Throws it between his legs, right side. Nilsson very fancy with it. Across to Armstrong. Armstrong left point, lefty shot. And that one's blocked away by Crosby. He was actually more in the left circle when he took the shot. Idaho crosses center ice. Crone gets spun around by Craig Armstrong. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Yoon has the puck behind Utah's net. He'll get to Dashke in the near corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. Yoon to Shea, who drops it back for Yoon. Across to Dashke, who gets around Pelton Bice. Dashke crosses center ice, steps over the offensive blue. Over to Shea left wing. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide as he was looking to fire it over Cros's right shoulder. Yoon runs it down. Barczewski behind the net will drop it for him. Grizzlies back deep in their own zone as Yoon skates towards the right corner, gets pushed by Crone. Yoon will throw it towards the right wing wall for Shea, who slides it across to Dashke, across the center ice. Dashke pitches to his left for Fonstad. Linesman Tyler Keston gets in the way. Now Fonstad races after a loose puck, gets it in the high slot. He'll drop it back off an Idaho skate as he was looking for Shea. Shea gets the puck back at center ice. Shea back to the Utah line. He'll direct it in front of him from blue line to Fonstad, who will wobble the puck. It gets about 6 feet of air under it as the puck will slide towards the Idaho far corner. Rink-wide feed connects to Ballon, who gets to center ice, and he will loft it in. Puck hippity hops off the Penske sign on one hop of the ice. As Jones over to Nilsson. Hop pass to Lebster, glances off of him. And taking it back is Kumant Cease, the goal scorer. Kumant Cease, 2 goals on the season. He's got 1 tonight. Kumant Cease dancing around the left side. Now he's at the point. As he surveys, Kumant Cease slides to Register all alone. Right side, take a lefty shot. Rebound shot and a score. And that's Brendan Hoffman, who now has a multiple-point game. Register took a shot from the right side, bounced off of Barczewski. Hoffman got the rebound, and he put it away. So Steelheads have goals from Kumant Cease, 8:29 in. And now 11:29, exactly 3 minutes later, it's Brendan Hoffman. Kumant Cease should also get an assist as Register took the shot, bounced off of Barczewski. Hoffman is about 5 feet in front of the crease, got the puck, and he fired it past Barczewski. So Kumant Cease and Hoffman probably are going to have a multiple-point game. It is Hoffman and Kumant Cease who get the assist on the Register goal. Kumant Cease and Hoffman each have 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Berg ahead to Wood, left side, righty shot, saved by Cross. As Wood fired it right into the breadbasket of Cross. And Cross just snatched it right under the Steelheads logo on the front of his jersey. Riley Wood, somebody to watch out for. He's got 13 goals and 18 assists on the season. He's been one of the best rookie forwards in the league. Wood was a +6 in 12 games in the month of January to lead all Grizzlies forwards. Messner will take the drop. He's got Wood to his left and Berg to his right. Idaho wins the faceoff. Zins behind his net for Register. As Register gets pushed by Berg. Turnover. Messner over to Wood. Wood down the middle. Take a righty shot. Save. Berg tried to fire it towards the net. He was at the near goal line and swung and missed. Idaho's Patrick Moynihan gets the Zins in the right wing. Zins over the line. Oh, what a big-time hit delivered by Cade Jensen as he just rocks Zins' world. Wood over to Adam Berg on the left side as Berg got to the Utah line, and he'll loft it in. That's going to be icing on Utah as they were making a line changes. There's 7:46 left in the first. Boy, you can almost feel that Cade Jensen hit from up here. as he just rocked Trevor Zins in the right point. As they show a replay, that's a big-time hit. That might be the biggest hit we'll see all night. The crowd here, kind of a modest Monday night crowd. Oohs and ahs over it. Svetlikov will take the draw against McMessner. Idaho leads 2-0. 7:46 left in the first period. Shots have been pretty close to even. Idaho has 9, Utah has 8. Steelheads win the draw. Reese Harsh, he's in the right point. He'll spin it around. Corbett cuts off behind the net. He'll zip it around the far wing boards. And the Grizzlies, puck got tipped, so no icing as the Grizzlies make a full line change. Idaho races from left to right. And Jason Horvath, who's got a pretty good size speed ratio, trying to get it down the middle towards McCarty. It bounced off the Yoon stick. As Idaho trying to center it out in front. It's picked off by Dashke, who gets to Mastrodonato. The Maestro across to Fonstad, across the center ice. Fonstad chips it ahead towards Shea. Left side, lefty shot. That's blocked away by a Steelhead stick. Shea gets it back, left side. Siring pass, shot. And it bounced off across as Mastrodonato had a good look down the middle of the ice. Dashke over in the left point. Back to Fonstad off his stick. And Fonstad gets pushed by McCarty along the corner. Dashke will skeet towards the right point. Grizzlies in the attack zone. Shea up top to Yoon. Over to Mastrodonato. One-timer is blocked by Harsh. The Maestro gets it back. Second-year pro out of Canisius. He had 24 goals for Idaho last year. Across to Shea, who chips up top to Yoon. Yoon over to Dashke. Left side. Lefty shot goes high and wide as he tried to go high on Cross but missed the net. Yoon runs it down. Idaho makes a full line change. Yoon with a rink-wide feed to Dashke, who's at neutral ice. Dashke will bounce it off of the glove of Peter Walton, wearing number 21. Walton was just acquired about a month ago. He'll slide it to the right point. Armstrong keeps it in, trying to get to Cade Nilsson in the corner. Idaho took it away. Steelheads tattoo it off the near boards. As Murphy and Nilsson battle, Andrew that is. Now taking its time, Pelton Bice. He pivots near the Grizzlies line. He'll shovel it across behind the net. Cooper Jones over in the corner gets to Andrew Nilsson, who has a fumble off his stick. Puck goes back to Cooper Jones, who gets to Nilsson. Rink wide pass connects to Aragon, who stops before he gets to the Idaho line, and he'll dump it in. As the Steelheads back on the right side, as Crone gets pushed by Armstrong. Taking the puck is Cole Gallant, who's got an A on his sweater. Gallant around the net with speed towards the near side. He fired a righty shot on a tough angle that goes wide. Armstrong gets it in the right point. Maybe more like the right circle. As Gallant will throw it up top to Cade Jensen, who fires a lefty shot. And that's patted away by Cross in the butterfly position. As Pelton Bice and Gallant battle. Peter Walton takes it. He'll race out to center ice. Walton crosses the center red line, and he'll dump it in. As the Steelheads make another line change. 5:21 and counting left in the first period. Idaho leads 2-0. Grizzlies have outshot the Steelheads 11-9. Register across to Kumatsis, who scored Idaho's first goal. He'll slide it off the near wing wall at center ice. Zins will drill it in. This puck slides along the boards. Corbett will loft it out to center ice. And it's picked off by Moynihan. Puck slides. Messner gets it. He'll cross center ice 1-on-3. Messner over the line. Tried to slither his way through Register, but lost his balance. Zins gets it back to Register, the future Hall of Famer in this league. Will bounce the pass out to Moynihan, who gets it center ice. Moynihan over the line. Gets spun around by Adam Berg. That's going to be a penalty on Berge as McEachern behind the net right side. Delayed penalty. Idaho scored a delayed penalty in Monday night. Over to the left side. Shot and a score. Second time this series, Idaho scored on a delayed penalty. And it's now a 3-0 game. And picking up the goal is Patrick Moynihan, who gets his 4th of the year. And Idaho scored 3 unanswered to start the contest. And as we mentioned, that's the second straight game where these Steelheads have scored a goal on a delayed penalty. You maybe see that once a year, but we've seen it twice here in a 3-day stretch at Maverick Center. The penalty would have been Adam Berg, who just kind of dragged around a Steelhead. I think it might have actually been Moynihan he was dragging around. So draw one by Idaho. They lead by a field goal. If you're using football terms, 3-0's a score. As Mastrodonato trying to chip it to Shea, it's picked off. Skating towards the high slot, Ballant righty blast, and it's saved by Barcheski. Boy, Ballant stepped over the Utah line and had all of a righty slap shot, but Barcheski makes a glove save. 4:22 is left in the first period. Idaho has goals from Dimitrios Kumatsis as well as Brandon Hoffman and Patrick Moynihan. Idaho leads 3-0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
The Idaho Steelheads have a 3-0 lead on goals from Dimitrios Koumatsis, Brendan Hoffman, and Patrick Moynihan. Steelheads win the draw. Reese Harsh, high slot, righty shots blocked away by Barczewski. Andrew Ballant will throw it behind the net for Hoffman. He gets cut off by Cooper Jones, a former Steelhead. Hoffman battles. Puck goes towards Fonstad, who dashed it off the end wing wall as Koumatsis now battles with Fonstad. Koumatsis takes it to Horvath. He spins around in the right point. Koumatsis, a good skater, gets to Horvath, who danced around being shadowed by Fonstad as Horvath gets knocked down by Fonstad. Shea will bounce it off the stick. Now Horvath drops it for Hoffman. Left side shots blocked. Ballant down the middle. His shots blocked by Fonstad as Steelhead somehow keep it in the offensive zone. Hoffman rolls along the boards. Asher Donato gets the puck. He gets hit in the back by Horvath. Hoffman drops it for Miller. They're trying to feed it towards the middle of the ice. It bounced off of Andrew Nilsson's stick. And he will saucer it all the way towards Shea. Shea stops along the near wing wall. 3.5 minutes are left in the first period. And it's been all Steelheads. Nilsson behind his net. Idaho will get fresh skaters on the ice. Grizzlies will do the same. Nilsson behind his net. He's got a point in about half his games with Utah since he was acquired 2 months ago in a trade with Worcester. As Nilsson back behind his net. Continues to survey. Now zip it ahead. It bounced off a Steelhead stick. As Peter Walton gets hit, he'll throw it towards Svetlikov right side. Svetlikov right circle, take a righty shot. Saved by Barczewski as it glanced off his glove. Nilsson will tap it off a near stanchion. Armstrong crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line, trying to push it towards Aragon, who has to run it down. Aragon delivers a push on Peter Walton. Jade Miller gets the puck far side, and he will skip it back towards the Utah line for Cody Corbett. Problem plays for the Grizzlies. Jensen gets to center ice. He delivered a big hit a few minutes ago. As Jensen gets to the Idaho line, and he'll dump it off the backboards. Kanadi collides with Gallant, taking the puck and crossing center ice is Ty Pelton-Bice. Third year with the Steelheads. He'll filter it over towards the near wing wall as Walton has a glance off his stick. Taking a Hillebrand left side. He'll skate towards the goal line. Tried to throw it out in front. Nobody was home. Gallant looked to Sarah to Lebster. Puck lifted off an Idaho stick and ricochets towards the left corner as Pelton-Bice one-hands it to Trevor Zenz, who outlets it to neutral ice. Puck is jabbed away by Gallant. Hank Kronover skates it. And Hillebrand will throw it towards the Grizzlies bench. Tapped off a Krohn stick on towards Lebster. Lebster, the first-year pro, gets the center ice. No backhanded in. As Cross plays behind his net, and he'll drop it for Matt Register. He's got an A on his sweater. Register surveys behind his net. We've got 1:45 and counting. Register out to center ice. It glanced off a Moynihan stick. Moynihan has one of 3 Idaho goals tonight. Dashke will zip it ahead along the left wing wall to Berg, who trying to find a cutting Briley Wood. It glanced off of his stick as he was entering the offensive zone, and he tapped it in the high slot. Around Utah's bench, taking us McEachern, who stops along the left wing boards. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the period. Trevor Zenz in the right point, throws it across to Register, but nobody was home. Adam Berg gets a loose puck, a race across center ice. Berg steps over the offensive line. Right circle, he trying to get towards Dashke, bounced off an Idaho shin, and will slide all the way towards Cross, who covers up along the far goal line. And he stops play with 1:10 left in the first. Steelheads lead 3-0. The 3 goals were scored almost 7 minutes apart. It's interesting. The first and second goals were scored exactly 3 minutes apart. Koumatsis 8:29 in. Hoffman 11:29 in. And then 3 minutes 57 seconds later, it was Patrick Moynihan on a delayed penalty on a one-timer from the left circle. Idaho wins the draw, and they will rainbow it out to neutral ice. Fonstad Across to Shea's at center ice. Shea skates around the center ice logo. Now button hooks back towards the Grizzlies zone. Shea now on the left wing. Crosses center ice. And the speedster will throw it towards the right corner. Getting it off the boards is Hoffman. He'll tap it off the wall. Mastrodonato over skates. He lifts Kumatsis's stick, overpowering him. As now the Steelheads get out to neutral ice. Horvath over to Blount, who avoids Andrew Nilsson's check. As taken inside Idaho. Hoffman gets held up by Jones. Centering pass out towards Kumatsis. Was at his ankle. He couldn't accept it. Shea over to Nilsson, who enters the zone as he had to try to muscle his way through Blount. On a breakaway is Brendan Hoffman. Jones in a back check. Backhand shot. Safe. Rebound shot as Kumatsis ran into Barcheski. And Mastrodonato holding up with Kumatsis. Play still alive. There's 5 bodies in the crease. Horvath fires towards the net wide. Everybody cease and desist. Idaho has the puck left point. Harsh will bounce it off of Horvath. Puck goes back to neutral ice. As Horvath will zip it ahead, blue line to blue line, off of Murphy's stick. Gloved and dropped by Barcheski. Will fire it off the near wing glass. And that will do it for 20 minutes here at Maverick Center. Horvath runs into Cade Nilsson. And now we got a yard sale as Cade Jensen going after Horvath. And here late in the period, Horvath throws a right. Now he throws an uppercut as Horvath is going at it with the Grizzly, and that's Craig Armstrong. Horvath and Armstrong are really exchanging some blows. Horvath throws down Craig Armstrong as they decide to drop gloves, and they're going to each get 5 minutes for throwing fists. As it looked like right at the buzzer, Horvath decided he was going to unnecessarily hit Cade Nilsson, and it was on an episode of the Jerry Springer Show broke out. As I imagine Craig Armstrong and Jason Horvath will start the second period in the penalty box. Well, the first period was all Idaho. Demetrios Kumatsis scored 8:29 in. Exactly 3 minutes later, Brendan Hoffman made it 2-0. And then 3:57 after that, it was Patrick Moynihan on a one-timer from the left circle on a delayed penalty. So Harrison O'Prey, the referee, might have his work cut out for him here in the final 40 minutes of play. Last game of the homestand, and for the Grizzlies, they certainly need a big comeback. They've been a strong second period club this season, and the Grizzlies are going to need a very strong second period to try to climb back into this one. After one period, it's the Idaho Steelheads 3 and the Utah Grizzlies 0. We'll come back and recap the first frame on the other side. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. We're through one period. It's the only game in the league, and Idaho has a 3-0 lead after one. Scoring's pretty simple. Demetrios Kumatsis scored 8:29 in with Brendan Hoffman and Andrew Blount picking up the assist. Blount was over on the left wing near the boards, threw it behind the net to Hoffman, and Kumatsis was skating along the left wing and was cutting towards the net. Hoffman to Kumatsis to the back of the net as the pass went tape to tape. On a great execution, really, on Idaho's first goal to make it 1-0. Exactly 3 minutes later, it was Brendan Hoffman scoring 11:29 in. Register took a shot from the right point, the right circle. Keep wanting to confuse the point and circle here tonight, but Register took a shot. It bounced off Barczewski towards the middle of the ice and about 5 to 10 feet in front of the crease. Hoffman got it. He fired towards the net and it went past Barczewski to make it 2-0. Hoffman has been one of Idaho's best forwards this season. He now has 17 goals on the year. Register and Kumatsis picked up the assists. For Hoffman, he has 1 goal and 1 assist. Kumatsis has 1 goal and 1 assist. Matt Register, it's not surprising to see him pick up another assist as he leads all league defensemen now with 33 assists on the season. Register also got an assist, which is the second of the night, which means he now has 34 on the year. As Patrick Moynihan scored on a delayed penalty. That's the second time we've seen that in this series. I think it's actually the second straight game we have seen a delayed penalty where Idaho has scored on. Moynihan on a one-timer from the left circle scored his 4th of the year. McEachern and Register with the assist. So Register has 2 assists, and there are 3 different Steelheads players who have a multiple-point game. Register with the 2 assists, and as we mentioned before, Kumatsis and Hoffman with 1 goal and 1 assist. So Steelheads lead 3-0. Idaho has outshot Utah 14-11 in the first period. In terms of scoring chances, Idaho had 8 in the first period. Utah had 4. There wasn't a single penalty in the first period until the very, very end of it. It looks like, well, to try to figure out what happened here, it looked like Cade Jensen picked up a roughing minor 20 minutes in, and then Armstrong and Horvath each got fighting majors. So it looks like to start the second period, the Steelheads will have a 2-minute power play. So the Grizzlies, in need of a comeback, down 3-0. They will start the second period on the penalty kill. Idaho's power play this season is 18.2%. Remember, the Grizzlies did score a shorthanded goal in the first period on Saturday night, and that was Cole Fonstad. Utah does have 3 shorthanded goals this season, and that might be just what the Grizzlies need to do to get jump-started here tonight. Utah has had 2 separate games where they were down 4-0 in the second period, and they've come all the way back within the second period, scored 4 goals to tie it up. And Utah's going to need a strong second period to climb back into this one in the rubber match of the 3-game series. So last week, the Grizzlies, last Monday, lost in a shootout to Wichita as the Grizzlies picked up 3 out of a possible 6 standings points. Right now, both teams have 3 out of 4 standings points in the series. And obviously the winner tonight will pick up 5 out of 6. And Idaho's off to a good start. They lead the Grizzlies 3-0. In terms of who's been aggressive offensively for the Grizzlies, Neil Shea leads the way with 3 shots. 8 other Grizzlies players with 1 shot each. For Idaho, Brendan Hoffman has 1 goal, 1 assist. He's a fight away from a Gordie Howe hat trick. And he leads Idaho with 4 shots. Hoffman is already a +2. Moynihan has 1 goal on 2 shots. Kumatsis has 1 goal and 1 assist on 2 shots. Hank Crone has also taken 2 shots for the Steelheads. Wade Murphy, Reese Harsh, Blake Svetlikov, and Matt Register each have 1 shot. This is the only game in the league tonight. Not a whole lot going on in the National Hockey League as well. Last night over at Delta Center, St. Louis defeated Utah 2-1. There's only 1 NHL game tonight, and after 2 periods, Ottawa leads Nashville 2-1. As Adam Gaudette and Jake Sanderson have the Ottawa goals, and Philip Forsberg has the Nashville goal. They are through 2 periods. Pittsburgh will start the 3rd period on the power play, and Ottawa leads Nashville 2-1. When we come back, we'll talk some hockey on the other side. The Steelheads are up 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
With the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. After one period, Idaho leads Utah 3-0. We mentioned scoring chances. Idaho had 8, Utah had 4. Idaho had 14 shots to Utah's 11 in the first period. Steelheads won the face-off battle 9-6 in the first frame. There wasn't a power play in the first period, but there will be to start the second, as Cade Jensen picked up a roughing minor while there was a fight between Craig Armstrong and Jason Horvath. Both of those guys will be in the box for the first 5 minutes of the second period, and Jensen will be in there. Grizzlies are hoping it's a full 2 minutes because that means it would be a successful penalty kill, and it might be the PK that ends up climbing the Grizzlies back into this one, as they're going to be looking for some momentum here early in the second period. Utah had 11 hits in the first period. Idaho had 6. Grizzlies had too many giveaways, though, in the first period. They had 7. Idaho had 2 giveaways in the first 20 minutes of play. Well, after tonight, the Grizzlies will be on the road for 4 straight games. They've got 3 games in 3 nights against the Tulsa Oilers. And they are certainly praying and hoping that Tulsa has hired some new camera operators for this weekend and maybe for the rest of the year. Thursday night will be the next Grizzlies game. That will be at 6:05 over at BOK Center. And if you've got a spare $5,000 or $6,000, whatever a plane ride round trip from Utah to Tulsa is, see if you can donate it to me, and I can get out there to Tulsa and be able to describe the game live and in person. Thursday is the first game of the set. Friday and Saturday will also be at 6:05, and all 3 games will be at BOK Center. Then the Grizzlies will have 2 days off, and they will face the Wichita Thunder on Tuesday, February 11th. That's going to be a 6:05 start. And then the Grizzlies come back to Maverick Center for 6 straight games, including a 3-game series against this same Idaho Steelheads team. And if you're thinking about the Mountain Division standings, well, you're talking about 2 teams that are pretty close. You know, you're talking about Grizzlies needing to find a way to pick up some standings points while they can. We'll come back in 1 minute and talk about it. Utah trails 3-0. It's the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Steelheads lead 3-0, and you think about the importance of the next 8 games starting tonight. Grizzlies certainly need it, as you're talking about, tonight, and then the 4-game road trip, and then the 3 against Idaho. Those 8 games are probably going to decide whether the Grizzlies are going to be in the playoff race or not. Utah right now is in 7th place with 33 standings points and a 402-point percentage. Idaho is in 5th place with 49 standings points and a 583-point percentage. At the playoff start today, Idaho would be on the outside looking in. So you're talking about big games for Idaho, obviously. Grizzlies certainly need the victories, and they're going to need them pretty quickly. For the Grizzlies, they're looking for a comeback here in the second period. We'll come back and talk some hockey on the other side. It's Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Well, we're heading into the second period here soon as Idaho leads Utah 2-0 after one period. Kansas City right now is in first place in the Mountain Division with 58 standings points. Tulsa, who's the Grizzlies' opponent later this week, they've got 56 standings points and a .636 point percentage. For the Grizzlies, they're facing a Tulsa team Thursday, Friday, and Saturday who have a home record of 12-7-2-2 on the year. They've been a pretty good road team, 13-6-2 away from BOK Center. And the Oilers have been a hot team as of late. They've got a standing point 9 of their last 10 games. And they're 7-1-0-2 in their last 10. And Tulsa has won 4 straight games. So it's going to be a tough task for the Grizzlies over at BOK Center. But Utah certainly could use the victories. And we mentioned, starting tonight, an 8-game stretch that's going to be vital because you're talking about 3 teams that are directly going to be competing with the Grizzlies for a postseason spot. Grizzlies need to get the standings points against those teams, because if the Grizzlies are getting points, those teams aren't. Just kind of basic math. When we come back, we'll have second period action. Cade Jensen will be in the box. He's serving a roughing minor. So Idaho will be on the power play when we come back. But let's first go over some stats of the first period. We had mentioned them a little bit earlier in the intermission, but Idaho had 8 scoring chances to the Grizzlies 4. Steelheads won the face-off battle 9-6 in the first period. Utah had 11 hits. Idaho had 6. And the Grizzlies have 7 giveaways, and Idaho had 2. Just a few too many giveaways for the Grizzlies in the first period. So we'll come back and have second period action. You've been listening to the intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Well, the Grizzlies are out, and we'll have second period action shortly. Let's go over some stats of the first period in terms of who's been aggressive in the shot count for Utah. Neil Shea's got 3 shots, and 8 other Grizzlies players with 1 shot. We'd mentioned that top forward line, Shea Mastrodonato and Fonstad. They had 22 of the 42 shots. Shea had 3 shots in the first period. Fonstad had 1. Mastrodonato also had 1. So 5 of the 11 shots Utah had in the first period came from that forward line. Craig Armstrong had 1 shot. He picked up a fighting major with Jason Horvath exactly 20 minutes into the first period. For Idaho, they already have 3 players who have a multiple-point game. Brendan Hoffman, Demetrios Koumatsis, and Matt Register. Register's got 2 assists. Hoffman and Koumatsis each have 1 goal and 1 assist. It's the only game in the league tonight. Grizzlies will have 2 days off after tonight, and they will take on the Tulsa Oilers to start a 3-game series on Thursday night. Well, we're expecting a close game, and it's possible if the Grizzlies can make a second period comeback, it will be close. Utah has been in overtime or a shootout in their last 3 games. Obviously, last Monday they ended up in a shootout, losing to Wichita. First 2 games of this series, each gone past regulation. For Idaho, they've been in overtime each of their last 3 games, and 5 of their last 7 games have gone past regulation. Grizzlies will start the second period skating from left to right with a penalty kill unit, Mastrodonato, Fonstad, as well as Unit Dashke. Idaho's got a power play unit to start the second period with A.J. White, Wade Murphy, Ty Pelton, Bice, Hank Crone, and Matt Register. There's a ton of offensive firepower on that power play unit for the Steelheads. 20 minutes are on the scoreboard clock as Ben Cross puts his water bottle on the top of his net. Matt Register looking things over. The ice surface in front of Cross' net appears to be a little bit soft as Cross isn't quite sure about his footing over in the crease. It looks like we're good to go. Linesman Andy Van Wagner is looking to drop the puck, and it's won by the Grizzlies. Brian Yoon will fire it on to Cross, who snatched it shoulder high, and he'll drop it at the near goal line for Hank Crone. Still had skate from right to left here in the second period. As Crone faces out to new tries. He crosses center. Crone over the line, dangles back and forth. He'll slice it towards Bice. Bice over in the right point. And he'll stop before he gets to the corner. Gets up top to Register. Drops for White. Now Bice over to Register. High slot. He'll slide it towards the right side. Back to Crone left. Now back towards Bice. One-timer goes wide. Boy, great passing by the Steelheads zone the first 30 seconds of this second period. Fonstad fanned on clearing it out. As White has the puck high slot, he'll slide it to Register. It will direct it to the right side for Pelton Bice. Over to White, it goes past him. And back towards Register in the high slot. Over to Bice, across to Crone. He'll take a lefty shot. Yoon got a piece of it. Getting the bouncing puck in the right corner is Pelton Bice. We're about a minute into this Steelheads power play. Bice over to Crone down the middle. He tried to get it towards the left side. It's picked off by Yoon. Yoon tried to throw it out. Crone jabbed at it. Puck back to new tries. Now Crone skates in 2-on-1. Crone dangles. Left side, toe drag shot saved by Barczewski. Now down the middle, shot saved by Barczewski. As Blount, the puck was just laying about 15 feet in front of the crease. Blount fired a righty shot. Barczewski makes a save and holds on with 18:45 left in the second. So Draw's going to be over in the right circle. Steelheads make a line change. As Hoffman's out there with Blount and McEachern. Up top is Patrick Moynihan and Reese Harsh. Jason Horvath, who's in the penalty box right now, serving a fighting major. He had been on a power play unit for Idaho in the first 2 games of this series. Utah wins the draw as Andrew Nilsson will skip it towards the right side, goes to center ice. Idaho gets it as Moynihan got their stride ahead of Messner, closed the gap but couldn't get there in time. Reese Harsh will slide it to his left for McEachern, who crosses center ice. He'll chip it towards Blount down the middle of the ice. He couldn't handle it. Andrew Nilsson overpowers the puck out to center ice. Shea will wobble it in. Harsh gets it in the far circle deep in the Steelhead zone. Grizzlies fit in a couple new forwards. 15 seconds left in the power play for Idaho. As McEachern over the offensive line. He'll chip it to his right. Moynihan trying to get back towards McEachern. Puck kind of stayed along the boards. Hoffman gets up top. Harsh over to Blount, left point. He'll fire it off the end boards. Moynihan gets it off the wall. Coming out of the box is Jensen. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Hillebrand will throw it out to center ice. Harsh near the Grizzlies bench gets it, and he'll saucer it towards the center ice logo, where the puck goes to Moynihan, who will backhand it off the top of the boards. Puck rolls behind Barczewski's net. Cody Corbett gets it from Barczewski. Grizzlies spread the ice for skating 5-on-5. Corbett to Gallant, tape to tape. Gallant will push it to his left. Webster over the line, across to Hillebrand. Right side, lefty shot. That's blocked by Kumatsis, who's done everything tonight. Walton crosses center ice. He'll tattoo it off the near boards. Walton at the end of his shift. He'll skate towards Neutris. He'll actually stay out there. Looked like he was skating towards the bench. Gallant has a glance off his stick back to Neutris. Kumatsis pushes it back to the Idaho line. Walton blue line to Svetlikov, who will roll it on net. And Barczewski covers up and holds on as there is nobody home in Idaho to accept the Svetlikov pass. So draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Idaho's taken each of the first 3 shots of this second period. Idaho will get their top forward line out there. Wade Murphy, Ty Pelton-Bice, and Hank Chrome. Kumatsis blocked the shot from Hillebrand. Kumatsis just a fight away from a Gordie Howe hat trick. Who knows? Maybe it will happen here tonight. Dashke head towards Messner. Make that Adam Berg. He'll dump it in. Messner chasing after. He tried to get towards Wood. It's sticked away by Register. Now behind the net. Messner over in the left point. Gets spun around by Register. Register will roll it to Murphy, who slides it to Pelton-Bice. Bice gets the center ice. He'll slice it back towards Murphy over the line. Right side. Slap shot saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to Yoon. He will skate towards his right. Now Yoon down the middle of the ice. Will skate across the center ice logo. He'll push it to his right for Messner. Make Messner over the line. Right side over to Wood. One-timer. Kick saved by the right pad of Kraz. Dashke over to Wood, who can't snatched it. Wood fires towards the net, and Kraz will glove it over his head. 16:29 left in the second. Steelheads still lead 2-0. Wood, the 22-year-old, has been one of the best rookie forwards in the league. We mentioned 31 points on the season, which ranks 3rd on the club. Neil Shea and Derek Dashke are tied for the club lead with 32 points. 16:29 left in the second. Idaho has outshot Utah 4-1 here so far in the second period. Taking the draws, Cade Nilsson. He's out there with Lebster and Aragon. Lebster replaces Craig Armstrong on that forward line as he's serving a fighting major. Moynihan over the line to White, left side. Sharp angled shot goes over Barczewski's head. Now White behind the net gathers the puck. He gets pushed by Jensen as White gets divorced from the puck. Jensen gets towards Aragon, who slides it across. Corbett gets it off the wall far side. He'll move it out to center ice for Cade Nilsson, who dumps it in. Kraz behind his net. Lebster trying to jab the puck away from him, but Kraz will slide it towards the right side. Puck is lofted out to center ice. A.J. White gets it from McEachern. White down the middle of the ice, pushed back to McEachern, over to White, right side over to McEachern. One-timer saved by Barczewski as White found McEachern out in front of the net about 5 feet in front of the crease. Great pass, but Barczewski made the stop. As over to the right side, Kumatsis gets the puck. Idaho's in the offensive zone. Kumatsis reverses it back towards the left corner as Steelhead, Blount got his skate lifted. Grizzlies cross center ice now over the line. Fonstad in the right point. We'll drop it back for Cooper Jones, who gets it back to Fonstad, who dance around the right wing. Fonstad loses the puck. Kumatsis will tap it off the near glass. Puck was played with a high stick. Brendan Hoffman touches it, and the whistle blows with 15:17 left in the second period. So draw's going to be at Neutris. Fans having a good time. He sees himself on the video board. Does he chug it? Yeah, you bet he does. He got pressured into it, no doubt about it. Looks like it's the first beer he's ever chugged. He's struggling with it, but he finishes it. Atta baby. Draw one by Idaho at neutral ice. Peter Walton gets near the Grizzlies bench. Puck bounced off a skate onto Register, is in the Steelhead zone. Register keeps his head up. He'll drop it behind him as the Steelheads will get it towards Ballon off his skate. Kumon Cease, the Arizona State product. Second full year with the Steelheads. Gets to Register near his side. Now back towards Walton, who crosses center ice. Walton gets around Hillebrand, steps over the line with momentum, walks down the middle of the ice, takes a righty shot, and it's blocked by Nielsen's stick, and it flies out of play. 14:49 left in the second. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone. Greg Armstrong comes out of the penalty box after serving his fighting major. Jason Horvath also out of the box as he's done serving his 5 minutes. Turned out to be a 5 minute and 11-second fighting major. Wade Murphy will take the draw. Dashke and Yoon are on the ice. It's going to be Cole Gallant who talks with Yoon. Gallant's taking the draw. Mick Messner's wearing the captaincy tonight. Cole Gallant and Cody Corbett are wearing the A's. Draw one by the Grizzlies is Brian Yoon. We'll get it to Lebster along the near wing. He'll move it out to Gallant, who left wings to Hillebrand over the line. Hillebrand skates towards the corner, gets double teamed. Taking the pucks, Gallant over to Yoon down the middle of the ice. He'll take a shot, and it goes over the crossbar. Boy, Yoon was all alone about 12 feet in front of the net. As Gallant will pitch it towards the right corner. Hillebrand drops it for Lebster. Lebster around the net, trying to get towards Gallant. Pass behind him. Yoon on the right point. Will bounce it off the referee. Lebster gathers the puck as he's in the right point, surrounded by Hank Crone. As Lebster throws it towards the corner, Ty Pelton-Bice gets it. He ices the puck, and the whistle blows with 14:12 left in the second. Boy, Brian Yoon had a golden opportunity. He was all alone down the middle of the ice. Could have done anything he wanted to. Tried to go high on Cross, but missed the net. Would have had the accuracy, but he just missed it high. The Grizzlies have tried to go high quite a bit on Cross, who goes 6'5" and 195 pounds. Just on a few occasions, Grizzlies have missed high tonight. Draw one by the Grizzlies, but Wade Murphy will throw it back to the Utah line as Utah was looking for Dashke in the left point. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Ahead to Berg, right side. Berg trying to get towards Wood. Puck went on to Cross, who patted it. Now Hank Crone, speedster across the center ice. Crone 1-on-2, throws it to the middle of the ice. Kanadi gets it. Shot saved by Barcheski behind the net. Berg jabbed it away as Idaho is looking for a feeder out in front. As Berg will get it to Brian Yoon. Grizzlies spread the ice. Yoon cross ice feed goes to Messner. He gets around Peter Walton. Walton holds him up as Messner trying to get it to Wood. It's taken away. Patrick Moynihan's had a good two-way game. Steps over the offensive line. He'll drop it right side. Idaho skates in. Shot saved by Barcheski as Peter Walton thought he got held up. And the puck is iced all the way down. Nick Canati runs it down, and icing is on Utah. 13:21 left in the second period. We had mentioned the guys wearing the letters for the Grizzlies. Messner's wearing the captaincy. Gallant and Corbett are wearing the A's for Idaho. A.J. White's been their longtime captain, and wearing the A's tonight are Matt Register and Nick Canati. Messner, the Grizzlies captain, is making his 120th consecutive appearance. Messner will take the draw against Blake Svetlikov. Svetlikov is 6 feet, 170 pounds. He has no goals and 7 assists in 30 games. Fan chugs a beer. He gets a standing ovation. He's got a big bag of popcorn as well. Draw one by the Steelheads. Right side, lefty shot goes wide. Jade Miller over to the left wing, gets up top to Canati. He fires on net. Barcheski snatched it and holds on as puck ended up about stomach high. Barcheski made the stop. 13:12 left in the second period. It's Idaho 3, Utah nothing. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Idaho 3, Utah nothing. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone. Shots were pretty close to even in the first period. It looks like the Steelheads have a pretty strong edge in the second. Idaho outshot Utah 14-11 in the first period. The Steelheads have 8 shots to the Grizzlies 2 here so far in the second. We mentioned the shot count being an interesting thing to watch out for, as the shots were pretty close to even in each of the 2 games this series. In fact, the shots were even, 34 apiece on Friday night. Grizzlies had a 42-37 edge in the shot count. In overtime on Saturday, Grizzlies had a 4-1 edge in shots. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Aaron Aragon will flop it out towards the near wing wall. Armstrong gets around Walton. Armstrong trying to muscle his way through. One hands it towards Cross, and Cross will stop it. Walton and Armstrong push each other. Armstrong has already got one fighting major tonight. As he got around Cross, Armstrong got held up by Walton along Armstrong's left side. And all Armstrong really could do is just kind of one-hand it towards the net. I think it's actually going to be a penalty on Peter Walton. It's going to be a holding minor. And so, Craig Armstrong trying to muscle his way through. Walton held Armstrong's left arm. And so all Armstrong really could do with the right side is throw one on net. And so Peter Walton gets a penalty on that. And the Grizzlies get their first power play of the game. As Walton just kind of held up Armstrong's left arm. If you're an Idaho fan, you probably don't agree with that one, to be honest. After seeing the replay, Idaho fans probably don't agree with that one. But it looked like a penalty live. Idaho wins the draw. Grizzlies on the power play. Matt Register will helicopter it all the way towards Barczewski. It ricochets off the end boards. As Derek Dashke's out there with Shea, Mastrodonato, Fonstad, and Messner. Dashke behind the net. We'll get it towards Mastrodonato. A glance off an Idaho stick on the Fonstad across the center ice. Steps over the offensive blue. As Messner got hit by White. Register gets the puck. He'll fire it towards Barczewski. Fan serenade. Peter Walton is in the penalty box. Well, kind of more of a modest crowd. You can hear the chants pretty well tonight. Fonstad drops for Dashke, left point, across to Messner. He's on the right side, just outside the circle, over to Dashke, right point. He'll backhand it to Fonstad, right circle. Fonstad will drop it for Shea. About the spot he scored on Saturday night. Shea looked to center it towards Messner. Puck off his stick. Puck pinballs around. Cross will cover up. Idaho did a good job. After Messner had to bounce off his stick once, he was trying to regather it. Register over there with Messner. Register talking with Messner. I think he's pretty much saying, don't bring that in our house. Puck bounced off across, and Messner looking for a backhand attempt. Bounced off across, then Messner just kept hacking away. Register boxing out Messner before Cross was able to cover up. 12:05 left in the second period. Rubber match of a 3-game set. Steelheads lead 3-0. We mentioned it far too many times about the Grizzlies' second period success. After all, over the last 5 games, which is pretty much this entire homestand, Utah does have 13 second period goals. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in Utah's power play. Idaho leads 3-0. Draw one by Utah. Dashke over in the high slot. We'll feed it to Shea. He's in the right point. Back to Dashke. He'll pedal towards his right. Stop and reverse the puck back to the left side for Mastrodonato. The Maestro and Dashke switch places. Mastrodonato over to Shea. He's in the right point. Shea 17 goals this season. Or to Fonstad. Back towards Shea. Passes wide of him. As Shea knocks down Horvath. And Idaho will clear it out. Puck was played with a high stick. Mastrodonato touches up at center ice. Draw's going to come back to neutral ice with 41 seconds left in the power play. And 11:40 left in the second period. Steelheads lead 3-0. As Grizzlies, after the whistle, made a line change. They have Briley Wood out there with Hillebrand and Gallant, Reed Lebster, as well as Brian Yoon. Yoon's got 3 power play goals in this homestand. Yoon's got a 6-game point scoring streak on the line. Jade Miller will take the draw. He takes a lot of the key face-offs if it's not A.J. White. Idaho wins the draw. Gallant will dangle back and forth. They'll get to the right point of the Grizzlies zone, and he'll tap it off a Grizzly stick, Utah. Reed Lebster will get out to center ice. He'll drop it for Wood. Lebster gets it back, trying to dump it in, but he was being occupied by Svetlikov, and Idaho will clear it all the way towards Barczewski as the puck ricochets off the far boards. Barczewski cuts it off behind his net. Yoon will drop it back to Lebster. He'll get to neutral ice. Lebster, left wings out to Gallant, who drops it for Hillebrand. Grizzlies on side. Yoon left side. He'll fire righty shot. Saved by Cross. Rebound goes to Trevor Zenz, and he will push the puck back to neutral ice. Yoon gets it near Utah's bench. Steps over the offensive line. Idaho's back at full strength. Yoon stops in the left corner, over to Gallant. He's in the left point. He'll fire on net. It's blocked away by Register. Puck behind the net. Hillebrand, the big 6'4" forward, gets pushed by Zins. Webster took it away from Register. Now Webster got occupied by Walton. Register takes the puck. Register will go out to center ice. He'll lumber in towards Kumatsis to the left side. Kumatsis stops in the corner. Idaho's in the offensive zone as Kumatsis gets bounced by Cooper Jones. Briley Wood took it away. He'll get it across to Nilsson. We'll plop it out towards Cooper Jones. Jones drops to Armstrong. Airs the zone with momentum. He'll get to Jones, who feeds it back towards the middle of the ice looking for Aragon. Puck off a stick. Puck flips in the air. Nilsson, left point, will bounce to the right side. As Aragon over towards Armstrong. He's over in the right corner. Armstrong around the boards towards the left side. Loose puck. And Idaho gets there first. 2-on-1. Hank Crone to the right side. He'll skate in. Over to Murphy. One-timer, and he scores. Crone to Murphy to the back of the net. Murphy has scored 46 goals over his last 2 years for Idaho. Scores for the first time in a Steelhead uniform this season. And so that will make it a 4-0 hockey game. As Crone was over in the right circle, fed it across to Murphy, and Murphy's one-timer went stick side as Barcheski was sprawling towards his right to try to cut it off. So with that, we've passed the halfway point of this scheduled 60-minute affair. And Idaho leads 4-0 on goals from Demetrios Kumatsis, Brendan Hoffman, Patrick Moynihan, and now Wade Murphy. And I'm pretty sure when Idaho returns home soon, Idaho fans will be thrilled to see Wade Murphy back. He had 25 goals and 41 assists in 52 games last year. He played in Slovakia at the start of the season and returned to Idaho. He signed a couple weeks ago, was on injured reserve, probably more for conditioning than anything else. And Murphy gets his first in an Idaho uniform this season, 47th career regular season goal for the Steelheads. Murphy's goal was scored 10:04 in, with Crone and Zins getting the assists. So Draw's going to be over in the left circle. As we mentioned before, Grizzlies twice this season have overcome 4-0 deficits in the second period. Off the draw, Canati shot, save, rebound, shot, and a score. And it's now 5-0. Canati fired from the high slot, and it's Connor McEachern getting his 15th of the year. Puck bounced off of Barcheski's left shoulder. And with that, we're going to get a goaltender change as McEachern along the celebration aisle. It's been all Steelheads tonight. 9:40 left in the second as Idaho scores goals 16 seconds apart. And Vinny Duplessis is going to step on the ice, and he will replace Jake Barcheski. Barcheski saved 22 of 27. Duplessis this season has a record of 3-7-2-1 with a 4.28 goals against average and .858 save percentage. So 2 goals within a 16-second stretch. Connor McEachern with his 15th of the year. Nick Canati and A.J. White picked up the assists. So it's 5 different scores for Idaho. Grizzlies cross center ice. Messner dumps it in. Ben Cross behind his net as Berg was looking to back check him. Puck goes towards the right corner. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the second period. Puck off of McEachern's stick. He'll come off the ice. Grizzlies zip it ahead. Messner over the line. Veers off to the left. Messner dangles back and forth to take a lefty shot. Blocker saved by Cross. As puck glanced off Berg's stick towards the right corner. Loose puck. A.J. White will lumber after it. He'll bounce it off of Wood. As Messner gets over to Wood. Wood looking for a centering pass. Berg unoccupied. Dashke left side. Shot is blocked. Dashke gets it back. He'll skate around Idaho's net. He gets cut off by Peter Walton, who's played a good game. Idaho with the gentle push and a mild arc. The Old Biscuit bounces towards the Grizzlies zone. Blount right side. Shot blocker saved by Duplessis. Blount so far this season has 6 goals on the year. Blount races to the right side. He'll take a shot that goes wide as he missed the net stick side on Cross. Cooper Jones taps off a stick. Wood tried to throw it in and bounced off the linesman. Harsh behind the net towards Horvath. As both teams have had 1 power play. Kumatsis out to center ice, skating 5-on-5 now. Kumatsis gets to the Utah line. He'll dump it towards the left corner. Centering pass from Hoffman back towards Kumatsis. He couldn't get a shot off. Grizzlies cut in front of him. Utah throws it deep into the Idaho zone. Harsh lifts it. Puck stays in play. Slides a new tries. Nilsson to Jones. Cooper Jones gets to the Idaho line. And he'll whip it around the wall. Cut off by Cross behind his net. He'll get it to Horvath, who shields the puck away from Cade Nilsson. Horvath with a hot pass to Kumatsis, who goes tape to tape. Kumatsis might be the number 1 star tonight. He's been outstanding. Cade Nilsson will backhand it ahead. Aragon skates into the offensive zone 1-on-1. Aragon skates towards his left. Lost the puck towards left corner. He gets it back. Aragon tried to get towards Cade Nilsson. It's picked off by Jason Horvath. Boy, Idaho's defensemen have been in the right place, the right point, the right time the whole game. Cade Jensen over to Corbett. His pass looking for Armstrong, cutting down the middle of the ice, goes wide of the mark. Armstrong races after. He's played hard tonight. The Steelhead gets hit with a high stick, and that's going to be a penalty. As Utah touches up in the left point, the whistle blows. Aaron Aragon can't believe it. But Trevor Zins holds his face. The referee's checking to see if there's any blood. 7:24 is left in the second period. It's 5-0 Idaho. Looks like it's just going to be a 2-minute penalty. Aaron Aragon says, look up at the video board. I didn't get him. Harrison O'Prey will talk with linesman Andy Van Wagener. Both guys are pretty good sized. Aragon over there. Zins. Let's see. You know what happened? It wasn't the stick. It was a puck. Puck deflected into Zinn's face. Now, there's no way. The camera over there was at the perfect angle. There's no way that from where Harrison O'Prey was at that he could make the call. He saw Zinn's hold his face, and he knew that something happened, that something hit Zinn's face, and they called a high sticking penalty. According to the replay we saw in Flow Sports, it wasn't the stick. It was the puck coming up and getting Zinn's. 7:24 is left in the second period. That's one of those things, you know, it's having one referee, and it's kind of that corner there where the referee is standing on the other side of the ice. He doesn't see, you know, what's going on with Zinn's face. He saw Aragon's stick get near there. It's impossible for the call, you know. It's one of those, a tough call, but one of those where I think he thought he saw something, but he probably didn't. Utah gets the puck. They need to find a way to get some momentum. Yoon over the offensive line, 2-on-3, trying to get around Register, but Register with his long stick was able to take it away. Register will saucer it all the way past Wade Murphy. Goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. As Yoon gets the puck, Idaho's on the power play. He'll throw it over Crone's head. It's cut off at neutral ice by Matt Register. Register, the longtime pro. He'll slide it to his left for White, who steps over the offensive line. White will drop it back to Murphy. Slap shot. And a blocker saved by Duplessis. Register back to Pelton Bice. He's in the right wing. Bice up top to White. Over to Pelton Bice. He's just outside the right circle. Slide it to Register. Register skates in. Now spin around in the high slot. Masher Donato shadowing him. They were teammates last year. Register now on the right point. He'll get to Pelton Bice. Bice, high slot, lefty shot. Glove saved by Duplessis. Finney holds on with 6:23 left in the second period and 59 seconds left in the Idaho power play. As Aaron Aragon with a high stick. 12:36 into the second period. Once again, it's one of those where, you know, if you're behind the play and you see something come up and hit Trevor Zins, you think it's a stick. In reality, it might have been the puck. Fans having a good time here at Maverick Center. I think I even saw Grisby at last night's Utah Hockey Club game. I think he even got himself a beer chugged over there. He almost chugged two, but the camera pulled away before he was able to get the second one down. Idaho has the puck deep in their own zone as they skate from right to left. Horvath's been a good addition to Idaho's club. He'll get to the right side. Moynihan over the line. He's played well. He gets taken off the puck on a good hit by Andrew Nelson. Corbett will bounce it off the Steelhead. And it's kept in by Connor McEachern. Boy, Idaho's had an extra bounce to their step here tonight. 30 seconds left in the power play as Nelson rolls it along the boards and it skips along the far wing wall all the way deep into the Steelhead zone. Ben Cross gets the puck. Grizzlies get 4 fresh tires on this penalty kill unit. As Horvath will move it to his left. Nick Canati crosses center ice. He'll step over the offensive line with speed. Canati drops it for Svetlikov. Svetlikov fakes a shot, throws it towards Blount. And Blount wrists one towards the net that goes wide. Grizzlies clear it out. Cross over in the crease. He's got Hillebrand chasing after him. And now everybody's going after Hillebrand as Hillebrand stopped, according to Idaho, a little bit too close to their goaltender. Peter Walton and Nick Canati give Hillebrand the riot act. But I got to say, that's one of the things I really like about Chad Hillebrand. He's got a little bit of Cameron Wright in him in that, he could stop 5 feet in front of the crease, but now he gets right in there. You talk about a guy that's 6'4", 201 pounds. Hillebrand does a really good job utilizing his size to his advantage. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. 5:23 is left in the second period. And it looked like we're going to get a timeout as we are even strength. But no timeout, says Harrison O'Prey. So it looks like we'll play on. Timeout, by the way, would have been brought to you by Coca-Cola, where real magic is only a sip away. I like Coca-Cola vanilla. That's my favorite flavor. I remember when they had orange vanilla, like about a year ago or so. I really liked that. They need to bring that back full time. Gallant's going to take the drives out there with Lebster and Hillebrand. As Idaho wins the face-off, it still heads 5, Utah nothing. That's the score as Lebster will fire it off the end boards. Gallant gets it. He gets around Peter Walton. He's trying to get it out to Hillebrand out in front. Puck in the crease. Hillebrand swung and missed. As taking the puck, Kumant Cease, Arizona State product. He gets thrown into the boards by Hillebrand. Kanani with good speed across the center ice, acting as a defenseman this weekend. He was a defenseman in past years, acting as a forward this year. As Kanadi gets boxed out by you. Now, Nick Kanadi's attacking Reed Lebster. Remember, Kanadi and Cooper Jones got in a fight on Friday night. But it looks like linesmen step in. Reed Lebster wanted to get a blow in on Kanadi. And Berg and 2 linesmen trying to separate Lebster. Kanadi snuck in a right cross on Lebster. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty as Harrison O'Prey, the referee, points to the penalty box and tells Nick Kanadi, you go there. We'll see if Utah gets a power play on the other side. 4:57 left in the second. It's Idaho 5, Utah nothing. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Now the Grizzlies get a power play as Nick Kanadi gets 2 minutes for roughing. 15:03 into the second period. Grizzlies power play in this homestand has been outstanding. Grizzlies right now are in the top 10 in the league on the power play. In fact, they're 10th in the league at 21.1% on the season. Really, that's a big jump as the Grizzlies were in the 20s about a month ago. But Utah, over their last 7 or 8 games, really have gotten the job done on the power play. And in my typical Harry Doyle fashion, where is that stat? Can't find it right now. See if the Grizzlies climb back into this game. Neil Shea is on the right side after Utah won the faceoff. Over to Fonstad, back to Shea. Saturday Night Zero over to Dashke over on the right point. He'll slide towards his left. Now Dashke's in the left point. They'll wing it across to Shea. Shea in the right wing. He'll fire lefty shot. Got redirected and it goes wide as it bounced off of Messner. Idaho clears it towards the near wing boards. Now Messner gets it back right side. He'll throw towards the Maestro. His shot is blocked by Trevor Zins. And Idaho's A.J. White gets it 2-on-1. Idaho over the offensive line. White throws it towards the middle of the ice. Shot and a score. White to Hoffman to the back of the net. And it's now 6-0 as Idaho scores shorthanded. Hoffman gets the second of the night. A.J. White gets his second period assist. And it's been all Steelheads so far. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Dashke tried to get a stick in the way on White's pass to Hoffman. But once Hoffman got it, he just fired a pass to Plessy. And after all the close games we've seen recently, we are stunned as Idaho leads 6-0. It's the 4th shorthanded goal allowed by the Grizzlies this season. White with the only assist on the Hoffman goal, which was scored 15:41 into the second period. Grizzlies stay on the power play for the next minute 16. As Brian Hume will drop it for Wood. He'll get it to Cole Gallant across the center ice. He'll slide it to his left. Hillebrand over the line. Gets it across to Wood. In the right point, he glanced off his stick onto Yoon, who skates towards the right point back to Wood. Wood, the 22-year-old, over to Yoon. Yoon will slide it to Lebster back towards Yoon, who fakes a one-timer, gets towards Wood. One-timer, saved by Cross in the butterfly position. Wood gets it back. He'll slide it to the left point for Yoon. Yoon will pedal towards the high slot. Now he fakes it to Wood. Yoon slides to the high slot for Lebster, back towards Yoon. He tried to one-handed towards the net. Actually tried to kind of shovel it towards the net, looking for Hillebrand. Pass was wide of the mark. Idaho clears it back to center. Yoon gets it towards Gallant, who had to race after it. It's cut off by Horvath, who will fire it all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone. 30 seconds left in Utah's power play. 3:24 and counting left in the second. It's 6-0 Idaho. Webster to Jones, who gets a new try. He spins around. He's on the left side. Kumatsi shadowing him like a hawk. Boy, Idaho's been everywhere here tonight. They've put on a clinic. Wood over the offensive line. Steps over it. Nielsen across towards Nielsen. Andrew to Cade, that is. Cade Nielsen over to Jones. Back to Andrew Nielsen on the left side. Grizzlies want him to shoot. He obliges. They'll take a shot. And it glanced off the glass high and wide. Loves to get spun around by Register. Make that Nielsen. Kanadi's out of the box. We're skating 5-on-5. As over in the left point, 2-on-2 battle. Now Kanadi joins the play. He yanks the puck out of the pile. He'll tap it off the glass as Kanadi and Armstrong collide. Andrew Nielsen runs it down 20 feet in front of Duplessis. He'll chip it out to center ice. Corbett fakes to Armstrong. Corbett will slide it back to Nielsen. 2.5 minutes left in the second period. Rink wide free from Andrew Nielsen to Craig Armstrong. He steps over the offense line. Crone tripped him up. Call's going to be made. Idaho touches it up. And instead of a trip, it's going to be a cross check. As Armstrong lost his balance, Hank Crone got him from behind. And so Utah's going to get a power play with 2:25 left in the second. Cross-checking is going to be the call. Hank Crone can't believe it, but he will shuffle slowly towards the penalty box. And yeah, it was a good call. Got him right in the lower part of the back. I thought maybe a trip live, but that's why I'm sitting up here and Harrison O'Prey is making calls down there. Crone's cross-check, 17:35 into the second period. We'll see if the Grizzlies could get on the board. As Gallant's out there with Hillebrand and Wood. Webster and Yoon up top. Utah wins the draw. Hillebrand has a glance off the stanchion. It hits off the protective netting. Whistle blows with 2:19 left in the second. Gallant talking with Reed Webster and Brian Yoon. It is game 42 for the Grizzlies here tonight. 3 different Grizzlies players have played in every game. I would say it's a trivia question, but that was a trivia question on Saturday. It's a draw won by Idaho as Hoffman, who's on hat trick watch, he's got 2 goals tonight, 1 handed out to new tries. It's Cole Gallant, Mick Messner, and Briley Wood who have played in every game. 2 of the 3 guys are on the ice, Gallant and Wood. As Yoon gets held up on the right point, Grizzlies have a winning record when Yoon plays. Getting the puck is Jason Horvath. He clears it out. And boy, for Idaho, their fans have to be ecstatic. They're getting contributions from everybody in the lineup tonight. Webster out to new tries. Will drop it back for Gallant. He'll slide it to his left to Dashke, who pushes to Hillebrand over the line. Hillebrand will skate towards the corner, and he will roll it along the boards towards the right point. Wood with a hot pass to Dashke, back to Wood on the right side. Skates towards the circle with momentum. Drops over Webster over to Dashke. Dashke had Gallant losing his balance. Dashke holds on to the puck, waiting for Gallant to get his balance back. Gallant towards the middle of the ice, trying to move it to Wood in the left side. Idaho picks it off, and clearing it out is Andrew Gallant. Idaho will get 4 fresh tires on the ice. 50 seconds left in Utah's power play. I heard Mike Fulte use that term a couple weeks ago, and I liked it. Asher Donato out to new tries. He'll drop it back to Shea. Race across center ice like a bolt of lightning over the offensive zone. Shea now stops in the right corner. As 1 minute left in the period, over to Messner. As he was losing his balance, Messner got it to Fonstad. Dashke to Masher Donato. He's in the left point. Masher Donato and Dashke switch places. The Maestro 8 assists in his last 5 games over to Dashke. Now Fonstad over to Shea. Puck bounced over his stick. Shea gets it off the boards. Now he gets cut off by Register. Zinn's in the area. As there's 37 seconds left. Messner tried to skate towards the net with it. Lost his balance. Lost control of the puck. Idaho clears it out. 5 seconds left in Utah's power play. Dashke races to new tries with speed. Dashke, the Miami of Ohio product. We'll get it up top to Shea over the line. Now to Fonstad, right wing. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's sticked away, and the puck flies out of play with 17.3 seconds left in the second. So if you think about it, over the last handful of years, 2 of Utah's best defensemen have been Miami of Ohio products. Dashke was not a college teammate at any point with Taylor Richart. Richart, who had 17 goals in the 2017-2018 season, as Ryan Knaswich with his arms folded. And he can't be a happy guy right now as Idaho's dominated here. Here's an interesting trivia question. We mentioned Richart and the 17 goals he had in the 2017-2018 season. That was tied for the league lead among defensemen. And he was outstanding that year. So puck lifts high into the air just under the video board as Idaho cleared it out. Corbett whips it back in. Canadi and Armstrong collide. Puck bounces to the left point as Utah fires towards the net, and that's blocked away. Shot was taken by Jensen. Now left side, Cade Nilsson fires to the net, and that one's snatched away by Cross, and that will do it for 40 minutes of play. I mentioned it's interesting that, Rich already had the 17 goals, tied for the league lead amongst defensemen. Well, who do you lead the league with? Colorado Eagles defenseman Matt Register. Register still in the league doing his thing. Taylor Richart, last I saw he had an outstanding run, did Taylor Richart, captain of the Grizzlies for a year. As Richart, hopefully everything's going for him. Pound for pound, he was the toughest guy in the league when he was a Grizzly. Well, Idaho just dominated the shot count in the second period. Steelheads had 18 shots, and the Grizzlies had 6. It'll be interesting to see what the off-ice officials consider in terms of scoring chances. How many did Idaho have in comparison to what the Grizzlies had in the second period? Fans are headed for the concession stands. I might try to get there as well. Idaho leads Utah 6-0, as Utah will be looking for a strong third period to end the homestand. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods of play and also go over the one NHL score as Buffalo's taking on Nashville tonight. Idaho's up by 6. They're looking to kick the extra point in the third period. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
After 2 periods, it's all Steelheads. 6-0 a score. Idaho outshot Utah 18-6 in the second period. We'll see what the scoring chances are. Jordan will hand me the paper here shortly as to what the scoring chances were. Neither team has a power play goal, but Idaho does have a shorthanded goal. That was Hoffman's second of the game, 15:41 in to make it a 6-0 contest. Scoring chances in the second period. Idaho had 9 of the 18 shots, and through 2 periods, Steelheads with 32 shots, and 17 of them are considered scoring chances. So you're talking about kind of those grade A chances out in front of the net, nothing from the blue line unless it goes into the back of the net. And so Idaho's really getting the puck where it needs to be. For the Grizzlies, of their 17 shots, only 5 are considered scoring chances. So Utah isn't getting the puck quite to where it needs to be. And Idaho right now is just really putting on a clinic defensively. Everywhere Grizzlies need to be, Idaho's got 2 guys there. Trevor Zenz and Matt Register are each a +5 for Idaho tonight. There are many Steelheads now with a multiple-point game. Brendan Hoffman with 2 goals and 1 assist. A.J. White with 2 assists. Demetrios Komatsis and Connor McEachran each have 1 goal and 1 assist. Matt Register with 2 assists. And that's been the thing, is Idaho's gotten contributions from just about everybody in the lineup. So even if the Grizzlies don't make a miraculous comeback in the third period, we'd love to find a way to at least put together 20 solid minutes here to close the homestand out because Utah does have a big 3-game series later on this week against the Tulsa Oilers. And Tulsa has been a pretty strong team this season. In fact, Tulsa right now is in second place in the Mountain Division with 56 standings points and a .636 point percentage. So Grizzlies need to find a way to get some momentum back, even if it's not tonight. Just leave the homestand playing some decent hockey in the final 20 minutes before they head to Tulsa later on this week. Well, if you joined us late, Idaho got the party started 8:29 into the first. Dimitrios Komatsis got his second of the year. Brendan Hoffman and Andrew Ballant picked up the assists. And then exactly 3 minutes later, Hoffman scored on a delayed penalty. As it would have been, actually the third goal is on a delayed penalty. This was just 5-on-5. Hoffman scored a 17th of the year. Register and Komatsis with the assist. Register took the initial shot from the right side. It bounced off of Barczewski. Hoffman got the rebound about 10 feet from the crease in the slot, and he fired it past Barczewski. Then on a delayed penalty, it looked like Adam Berg was going to get a holding or a cross-checking. We're not sure what the signal was because they never had to give the signal. For the second straight game, Idaho scores a delayed penalty goal. Patrick Moynihan with his fourth of the year on a one-timer from the left circle. Connor McEachern and Matt Register picked up the assists. Idaho led 3-0 after one period, and they outshot the Grizzlies 14-11 in the first frame. Steelheads got a shorthanded goal. Actually, it was a 5-on. We might as well just do this segment over again. Wade Murphy made it a 4-0 game. It was a 2-on-1 as Chrome was over on the right side, fed it across to Murphy. Dashke had a stick out trying to redirect the Chrome pass, but it went to Murphy, and Murphy fired it past a sprawling Jake Barczewski. That made it a 4-0 game. And then later on in the second period, Connor McEachern, 16 seconds later, found the back of the net for the 15th time this year. Kanadi and White got the assist. And with that, Jake Barczewski was pulled. He saved, according to the box score, it said he saved 20 of 25. I remember it being more like 22 of 27. But nevertheless, Vinny Duplessis replaced him. Vinny saved 6 of 7 in the second half of the second period. Idaho had a 2-on-1. This is the shorthanded goal. As A.J. White had it, he just skated slowly towards the left side, got it towards Brendan Hoffman. White to Hoffman to the back of the net. And that made it a 4-0. It made it a 6-0 game, 15-41 into the second, and that's where we sit. Neither team has a power play goal. Idaho is 0 for 2 on the power play. Grizzlies are 0 for 3. In terms of who's been aggressive offensively, for the Grizzlies, Neil Shea had 3 first-period shots, and he's stuck on 3 for the evening. Mick Messner and Briley Wood each have 2 shots, and 10 different Grizzlies have 1 shot on goal. For Idaho, Brendan Hoffman has 2 goals, and he leads Idaho with 5 shots. Wade Murphy has 1 goal on 4 shots. Nick Kanadi, as well as Connor McEachern and Hank Crone each have 3 shots. Few other Steelheads with 1 or 2 shots on goal. It's the only game in the league. Idaho leads 6-0 in the rubber match. Each of the first 2 games of this series went past regulation. Idaho won 2-1 on Friday as Hank Crone scored an overtime game winner. And then on Saturday night, Guns and Hoses night, Utah won 4-3 as Neil Shea scored from the right wing 2.5 minutes into the extra session. If we have overtime tonight, we'll have quite a story. Idaho leads 6-0. Regardless of what the score is going to look like, I think that you just want to play 20 good minutes here. Play 20 hard minutes and put together a good third period effort and head on the road with a little bit of momentum, even if it's not going to be a win. Just 20 minutes of good hockey. That's really the Grizzlies have to focus on right now, because it's been all Steelheads here in the first 2 periods. The winner of tonight's game will pick up 5 out of 6 standings points for the series. When we come back, we'll go over the 1 NHL score, and we'll also see if we'll check in on some other scores from around the world of sports. After 2 periods of play, it's Idaho 6, Utah nothing. It's the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Second intermission here at Maverick Center. Idaho leads 6-0. One NHL game tonight. Adam Gaudette had 1 goal and 1 assist as he led the Ottawa Senators to a 5-2 victory over the Nashville Predators. Philip Forsberg had 1 goal and 1 assist, but it wasn't enough as he led Nashville. But the Senators scored 2 in the second and 3 more in the third. They come away with a 5-2 victory over the Nashville Predators. Last night over at Delta Center, the St. Louis Blues got a 2-1 victory over the Utah Hockey Club as Utah's without Dylan Gunther and Logan Cooley. Those are 2 key forwards. Utah stayed in every game. After all, the 3 games in this homestand over at Delta Center have been decided by 1 goal. Losing to the Penguins in overtime on a Sidney Crosby game winner. Last Friday, losing to Columbus in OT and a 1-goal margin. Clayton Keller rang a post in the third period on a power play, and then the Grizzlies hit a post with about 6 seconds left, and St. Louis was able to come away with a victory. Tomorrow, John Tortorella's Philadelphia Flyers come to town. I got to say, there's almost, if you're a local media member and you're going to be covering that game, and in particular covering the Flyers dressing room, I always thought it was a challenge, and it was interesting covering games for 1320 KFAN when the San Antonio Spurs were in town, because that Greg Popovich, depending on the night, he was going to be in a different mood. Was he going to be in a good mood? Was he going to be in a crappy mood where he's one word answering everybody? You never really knew what you were going to get with Greg Popovich. And so I thought it would be a challenge on a night when he's in a bad mood. You never knew what kind of mood he was going to be in. They actually won the game to see if you can get a good answer from him. Because if you did, once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment. Greg Popovich, about one word answered 5 different people. I put up enough courage, and I asked a question. He had a center named Dwayne Dedman, who hadn't played for the first 3 quarters of the game. He put him in the 4th quarter, and Dedman came in and gave the team a big-time spark. So I asked him about it, and I got a 10-second answer from Greg Popovich. 37-plus years of my life, biggest accomplishment ever. Now, if John Tortorella's in a bad mood tomorrow, any media member that can get a good answer out of Tortorella, you know what? You've accomplished something. So that's tomorrow when the Philadelphia Flyers are in town taking on the Utah Hockey Club. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are out. There's only one NHL game. They're not playing tonight. The Avalanche's next game will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock as they take on the Vancouver Canucks. It's going to be a road game for Colorado. Avalanche have a record of 31-21-2. Canucks are 23-18-11. That's right. They've lost 11 games past regulation this season. Big, busy schedule in the NHL tonight, but tonight there's only one game in the National Hockey League. When we come back, we'll go over some of the subtle stats of the first 2 periods, and we'll start third period action. We will skate 5-on-5 to start the third period as Idaho leads Utah 6-0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back. Second intermission. Idaho leads 6-0. Some subtle stats of the first two periods. Idaho has 17 scoring chances to Utah's 5. Face-off battle. Idaho has that 20-17. The power play shots. Utah's 2. Idaho has 4. Idaho's 0 for 2 on the power play. Grizzlies are 0 for 3. Utah has 16 hits. Idaho has 10. So Grizzlies winning the battle of the hits. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, too many giveaways. 12 giveaways through 2 periods. Idaho has 4, 2 in each period. We'll see if the Grizzlies, really, you're not really thinking about coming back from 6 goals and winning the game. I think you just got to play a good 20 minutes here to end the homestand. Utah did pick up 3 out of 6 standings points last week against the Wichita Thunder. And right now, Utah has 3 out of 4 standings points. Idaho also has 3 out of 4 as the first 2 games of this series have been decided past regulation. Utah did have a successful month of January where they went 5-5-1-1. I think Briley Wood, if you're talking about guys who have performed well, Briley Wood's got 2 shots. I think he's been active tonight. Wood and Derek Dashke were tied for the club lead in plus-minus in the month of January. Both guys were a +6. If you're talking about the all-rookie team, I think Briley Wood, with a good second half of the year, can be a strong candidate for it. After all, Wood is 7th among league rookies with 31 points this season. He has 4 power play goals. He has a 14.9 shooting percentage. We talked about that successful month of January where he was a +6. He had a point in 8 of 12 games in the month. Here in the third period, Brian Eunice, a 6-game point-scoring streak on the line. How about Cole Fonstad? He's been a beast this homestand. He has 6 goals in this homestand. And this is the 6th and final game of the homestand here at Mavericks Center. And, what about Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea? Those guys each have a point in all but 1 home game this season. And could Dashke or Shea pick up a point to break up the tie for the club lead? Both guys have 32 points on the season. When we come back, we'll have third period action. As Vinny Duplessis will lead the Grizzlies out. Ben Cross has been perfect so far for Idaho as he has saved all 17. This has been the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Idaho leads 6-0. We'll skate 5-on-5 to start the third period. It's a busy week for the Grizzlies. They will have a 3-game series against the Tulsa Oilers. 3 games and 3 nights, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Face off all 3 evenings will be at 6:05. Then the Grizzlies on February 11th will face the Wichita Thunder at 6:05. Grizzlies return home for 6 straight games, including a 3-game set against the Idaho Steelheads. Next home game for the Grizzlies will be on Valentine's Day, and it's also an AFCU Friday. Treat your Valentine out to a night of Utah Grizzlies hockey. After all, the NHL will be off for a couple weeks for the Four Nations face-off. So, hey, come on out and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey. Don't forget that Saturday, February 15th, will be the Grizzlies' first ever fishing night. Grizzlies will start the third period with Mastrodonato, Fonstad, and Shea. Up top is Yoon and Dashke. A.J. White will take the dries out there with Moynihan. And Connor McEachern. Trevor Zins and Matt Register, the defensive pairing. Draw one by the Grizzlies, but it goes past Brian Yu. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. And your mind's eye see it on YouTube. I know what YouTube's known for, but we'll try to paint a picture for you. Cross ice feed, connects at center ice for Shea left wing. Tried to dump it in. Looked like it bounced off of something. Moynihan, right side, he'll take a righty shot, and that's sticked away by Duplessis. Shot might have gone wide, but I heard a little bit of wood from Duplessis' stick on the Moynihan shot. Puck to neutral ice. A.J. White will throw it towards the near wing wall. Shea will fire on net from neutral ice. Puck goes wide of the mark as he missed the net. Stick side on Cross as Idaho loses their blue line. Gallant tried to skate back in. Idaho jabbed it away. But it still has defensively been everywhere tonight with active sticks. Andrew Nelson throws a blue line to blue line pass. It's off a stick. And Reed Lepster back in his own zone. We'll throw it back to Yoon, who directs it to Nielsen. He pitches ahead to Hillebrand. He gets pushed by Register. Gallant gets back checked by Register and gets hit in the back. Left side, over in the corner. And now Register delivers a hit on Cole Gallant. Utah feeds it out in front. It's picked off by Hirsch. Reese Harsh, who had 1 goal and 1 assist on Saturday night. As Chrome will skip it towards Register. Has had a physical shift. Back to Chrome down the middle of the ice. And he'll race out to center ice. Chrome will loft it in as he comes off the ice after a shift. Jones behind the net. He gets a good shoulder check from Andrew Ballant. Grizzlies McMessner will pitch it out to Wood at center ice. Wood will backhand it off the side of Adam Berg. Berg over the line. Down the middle. Backhand shot. Saved by Cross. And he holds on with 18:20 left in the third. Berg does have a goal on Ben Cross earlier this season. Actually, not that long ago, 3 days ago, Adam Berg scored Utah's lone goal. It was from the right circle late in the second period. Grizzlies went scoreless in the second frame tonight. They now have a second period goal in 24 of their last 28 games. McMaster's out there with Adam Berg. Grizzlies don't play tomorrow, so now's the time to say happy birthday to Adam Berg. He'll turn 28 tomorrow. Grizzlies win the draw. Nilsson slides across to Corbett. Slap shot. And that is saved by Cross. A lot of traffic out in front. Messner tried to feed it in front. Idaho throws to the right point, but not out. As the Steelheads get it towards Kumat Cease, who's got a multiple-point game. 1 goal and 2 assists over to Blount, who crosses center ice. He'll throw one on to Duplessis, who gets it on one hop of the ice off his pads. Andrew Nelson to Berg, who crosses center ice. Berge over the line, stops the point. He gets cut off by Moynihan. Puck goes to Peter Walton as Berg was looking for Wood. As Brian Unit center ice gets it towards Cade Nilsson as he stopped to avoid Hoffman but lost the puck. As Peter Walton, right side, gets to center ice and he will fire a missile towards the left corner. Yoon gets it on one hop of the ice. He'll slide it behind him as Moynihan gets it far goal line, stops. Grizzlies did a good job clogging up the middle, so Moynihan will drop it for Jade Miller, who gets bounced behind Utah's net by Armstrong. Swetlikoff feeds it up top. It's picked off by Aragon. Over to Cade Nilsson. And Nilsson will lunge the puck towards the left corner. As Swetlikoff gets there a stride ahead of Aragon. Armstrong delivers a hit. Play starting to get physical once again. Nick Canati crosses center ice, and he'll helicopter it to the right corner with a lot of velocity. Dashke gets it off the wall. He'll get it across to Yoon. Yoon keeps his head up. Second-year pro out of Colorado College. He sauced to center ice, but it goes over Aragon's stick. However, no icing's called. We play on. 16:47 and counting left in the third. Blount dumps it in from the right wing center ice. Corbett over to Shea. Neil Shea will slide it to his left for Fonstad. Fonstad over the line. And he'll dump it in. Fonstad collides with Zenz. Drops it for Shea. He spins the puck towards the right point. Cody Corbett accepts it. 9th-year pro. Corbett fires towards the net wide. Shea now on the right wing. He takes a lefty shot. Saved by Cross as he snatched it in the breadbasket. 16:23 is left in the third. And the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Shea had a pretty good look from the right side. Kind of had the look of, I'm not shooting, and then just kind of out of nowhere, fired a quick one on Cross. Ben Cross has been pretty active, agile, alive, and alert tonight for Idaho. He's played a good game, and he's had a really strong first season as a pro for Idaho. He played with 3 different colleges, did Cross. As Utah wins the draw, puck in the right corner. As action in the Idaho zone, Grizzlies skate from right to left. Now Idaho comes out of the pile with the puck. Steelheads get to center ice and dump it on to Duplessis. And Duplessis will just snatch it and hold on. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. I mentioned Cross playing for 3 different colleges. He played from 2019 through 2021, played at Miami of Ohio, where he was a college teammate with Derek Dashke for 2 years. And then he transferred to Arizona State, played there from 2021 through 2023, where he was a teammate briefly with Dimitrios Koumatsis. Last year, he played at St. Lawrence University, where I believe he was a teammate with Cameron Buell. And then he played with Texas 4 games at the end of last year, 1 game at the Texas Stars this season, and this is his 20th appearance for Idaho this year. Idaho zips it to Pelton Bice. He'll get it to Crone down the middle, take a lefty shot, saved by Duplessis. Pelton Bice is back after missing 12 straight games due to injury. Pelton Bice tried to get it out in front to Murphy. It goes behind him. It tapped off a Crone stick. Puck goes back to center ice. Idaho resets. They've got the puck. As they get it to Pelton Bice on the right side, he'll sky it in as 2 Steelheads collided. Horvath to see was coming off, and Walton to see was entering the game. Hillebrand gets around Moynihan, steps over the offensive line. High slot, lefty shot as he got tripped up. No call as he tried to buy one off Hoffman's stick, but there was no purchase. 2-on-2 scrum behind Idaho's net as Cross looks over his right shoulder. Puck goes up top. Andrew Nilsson fakes a slap shot, gets the Lebster back towards Nilsson. One-timer, kick saved by Cross with the right pad. Puck goes towards the left wing wall. Lebster to Messner behind the net. Lebster gets pushed and dragged by Horvath, but Messner strong with the puck, gets back up top to Andrew Nilsson, who fired off the end boards almost intentionally. Over to Berg. He danced around as he's being shadowed by Canati. Berg goes down. Canati continues his battle. Berg back to his feet, gets to Wood, who slices up top to Nilsson. Nilsson fakes a shot. Now he tried to get towards Wood, and it's sticked away by Moynihan, who gets the loose puck. He'll throw it towards Andrew Nilsson, who keeps it in. Nilsson trying to backhand it towards Berg. It's picked off by Moynihan, who's got a goal tonight. Rink wide feet connects to Koumatsis. Koumatsis already 1 goal tonight. Skates in. He looked to center it, and Idaho hacking away as Corbett and Jones. Actually, it's Jones protecting his net. Great defensive play by Cooper Jones. Hoffman to Zins. He's on the right side. Zins spins it around the wall. Swetlakov has a glance off his stick. Puck to the far corner as Wood back towards Andrew Nilsson. Nilsson in front of his net will lunge it towards Jones, who gets to Messner. Back towards Jones, who couldn't get the skipping puck as the puck wobbles towards Idaho's bench. Still has to get it back, register to Zins. He'll zip it ahead to Swetlakov, but it's brushed away by Derek Dashke. Dashke around Utah's net towards the far side as he gets around Swetlakov. Dashke bounces it for Armstrong. Koumatsis will throw it back in from neutral ice just outside the Utah line. Dashke behind his net once again. Second full season as a pro out of Miami of Ohio, where he's a teammate with Ben Cross for a little bit, the Idaho goaltender tonight. Briley Wood. Make that Brian Yoon steps over the offensive line. He's been lined up on the same ice at the same time with Wood a lot. Register overpowers Armstrong, throws it towards neutral ice. Yoon kept it in off his stick. Now we get a breakaway. Skating is McEachern. He'll take a shot and he scores. Miller to McEachern to the back of the net. Connor McEachern gets his second of the night. And it is now a 7-0 game as the Steelheads kick the extra point. Jade Miller with a nice cross-country pass. Connected over towards McEachern. McEachern went low on Duplessis. And this has not been the Grizzlies' night. McEachern, we believe, gets his second of the game. It's 2 unanswered for McEachern. The assist going to Jade Miller. Miller hasn't scored a ton of points tonight compared to previous seasons with Idaho, but he's played a strong 2-way game tonight. It's really been good this weekend. Idaho steps back in. Harsh right side. Shot saved by Duplessis. Rebound McEachern looking for the hat trick. Missed wide of the mark as he bounced his knee off the end boards behind Duplessis' net. Idaho keeps it in. Blount, he's over on the right side. Dangles back and forth. They'll take a shot. Bounced off of Duplessis' glove. Utah gets a rebound. Fonstad will fire it off the near glass. It hit a stanchion and rolls towards the middle of the ice at center ice. Idaho will skate back into their own zone as they'll try to enter neutral ice momentum. Nick Canati behind his own net. The McEachern goal was scored 6:39 into the third period, with Jade Miller getting the assist. Steelheads race out to center ice. Koumatsis over the line, surrounded by 4 Grizzlies. Koumatsis races like a bolt of lightning around Utah's net. He gets bounced to the boards by Cooper Jones. We get a whistle, and penalty is going to be called by Jones and Koumatsis. Koumatsis was skating behind Utah's net with a high rate of speed. Let's see who the penalty's on. I think it's going to be on Cooper Jones. 12:23 is left in the third period. Idaho has outshot Utah 40-21. And the score is the Steelheads 7 and the Grizzlies 0. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, You always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
It's a Steelheads 7, Grizzlies nothing. Connor McEachern has the lone third period goal. He scored 6:39 in. Cooper Jones got a boarding minor, 7:37 in. So Idaho will start a power play. I don't think Idaho's scored a power play goal yet here tonight. Steelheads are 0 for 2 on the power play. Grizzlies are 0 for 3. Idaho wins the draw. They skate from left to right here in the period. Grizzlies from right to left. Puck is thrown into the right corner. Dashke gets it, and he will sky it out to center ice. It bounced off an Idaho glove. Cole Fonstad gets it. He'll stop over in the right corner, and he'll skate back towards the point. As Yoon gets a good shoulder check from Ballant, but Yoon will race back to neutralize with the puck, and he'll throw it back to Dashke. Grizzlies shorthanded, as Dashke will helicopter it all the way towards Cross, who lets it go off the end boards. And taking the puck is Jason Horvath behind Idaho's net. Horvath will throw it to his left. McEachern over the line, gets towards Moynihan. Moynihan gets hit by Corbett. Andrew Nilsson takes the puck, and he'll tap it off the glass, and it goes deep into the Steelhead zone. Idaho has 1:05 and counting left in the power play, as they've gotten contributions up and down their lineup. And now we get a whistle. As the puck went out to neutralize. Penalty looks like it's going to be on Idaho. Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be the call. And let's see who goes to the box for Idaho. Drozgame and the Steelheads almost get 4-on-4 for 59 seconds. Something must have been said from the Idaho bench, and it's Wade Murphy. Murphy doesn't know what happened, as he will shuffle towards the Steelheads penalty box. So Wade Murphy, it's 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. So skate 4-on-4. Utah does have one 4-on-4 goal this season. They've allowed one 4-on-4 goal as well. So Drozgame in the right circle. Cole Gallant will take it against Demetrios Koumatsis. Zin's actually patted Koumatsis in the back with his stick and said, "You got the face-off, big guy." Bench minor, unsportsmanlike conduct. 8:38 into the third period. It's the team that's leading 7-0 that gets the penalty. Koumatsis out to center ice. Wade Murphy gets 2 minutes for talking smack, I guess. Cole Gallant gets it as Idaho is entering the offensive zone. Gallant drops it for Corbett. He'll feed it across to Nilsson. Andrew Nilsson directs it to Corbett off the near wing wall. 2 officials skip out of the way. Corbett over the offensive line with momentum. He'll skate towards the corner. He'll throw it back up top, but nobody was home. Duplessis will drop the puck at the near goal line for Andrew Nilsson. So we have 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. After that, Utah will have a power play. Grizzlies cross center ice. Lebster flies past Pelton Bice. Steps over the offensive line. Veers off to the left. Lebster skates towards the left circle. He'll shuffle towards his right. And poking the puck away is Ty Pelton Bice. Like, nothing appears to be working for the Grizzlies here tonight. Enter the offensive zone. Idaho's got a stick there. Looking for a pass blue line to blue line. Idaho's got a stick there. Hoffman over the offensive line, 2 goals and 1 assist. He'll fire it off a Dashke on the right side. As now Jones is out of the penalty box, and the Grizzlies start a power play. Jones drops it for Dashke as Jones will skate off the ice. He's replaced by Messner. Dashke to Shea. He'll cross the center ice. Skates down the middle. Tries to split a triple team. He'll slither his way through and drop it for Messner in the right corner. Messner around the boards to Fonstad. He will stagger and get it to Dashke. Across to Mastrodonato. Over to Shea in the right wing. Back to Dashke's in the high slot. Take a lefty shot, and they got redirected about 10 feet in front of Cross. Now Fonstad tried to center it. Canati sticked it right back towards Fonstad. Now Mastrodonado gets it from Fonstad. He danced around left side. The Maestro's got 8 assists in his last 5 games. Up top to Dashke. Shoulder fake. Now he moves to his right for Shea. Shea will shuffle towards the right corner. Now Shea behind the net. He'll get to Fonstad, right wing. Fonstad dangles towards the right point. Spins himself around. Across to Mastrodonado, left side. Back across to Shea. Idaho gets a stick in the way. Dashke in the high slot. Fires a lefty shot, and that's blocked. Messner looking to redirect it. Now Messner hacks away. Bounced it off across right pad. The Maestro skeet towards the right corner. Looking for Shea off his stick. Nick Canati thought about clearing it out, but he realized they were even strength, so roll along the right wing boards. Rink wide feed. Fonstad, left side, gathers the puck, takes a lefty shot. Glove saved by Cross. He holds on with 9:03 left in the third. Cross doesn't have a shutout yet this season. If you're a Grizzlies fan looking to somehow believe that the jinx game works, we'll just say shutout, shutout, shutout. Cross did have 3 shutouts in his college career. He had 1 shutout 2 years ago at Arizona State. Last year at St. Lawrence, he had 2 shutouts. No doubt helped out by Cameron Buell, as they were teammates last season at St. Lawrence University. Still at 7. Grizzlies nothing. Looks like the Fowler family's called it a night as they're headed for the concession stands. I probably think they're headed home as they wouldn't wave if they're just going to get a beer. I don't even know if you can sell beer this late in the game. I'm not sure. I'm not in the concession stands during their game. Armstrong out to center ice. We are full into blowout material here. Armstrong over the offensive line, left side, left circle, lefty shot. Glove saved by Cross. He holds on with 8:38 left in the third period. We thank everybody for sticking with us here tonight. From the Grizzlies' perspective, though, it's just been a tough night. Fans see themselves in the video board. They're having a good time here this evening. Idaho's up to 40 shots. Grizzlies have 26. Cade Nelson will take the draw. He's out there with Armstrong and Aragon. Up top, Utah wins the faceoff. Jensen over towards Nilsson. He gets pushed towards the left wing wall. As behind the net, Harsh turns it over. Right side, Corbett skates towards his left. He'll take a lefty shot. Save. Puck trickling towards the near goal line. Jade Miller snatches it, and he will skate towards the middle of the ice. Crossing center ice, stepping over the offensive line is Jason Horvath. He tried to get to Svetlikov and passed wide of the mark. Cade Jensen fires it off the far wing wall. Long range pass off the near boards, connects to Svetlikov. He'll slide it towards Jade Miller. Right side, lefty shot, and that's sticked away. Puck stays in play. Hippity ups towards Kumatsi's stick. Kumatsi's on the right side. Dance around, skates around Utah's net towards the near side. Kumatsis, left point, wheels the puck back around. Andrew Nilsson collects it on the right side. Nilsson, the gentle push in the mild arc. Old Biscuit goes to neutralize. Hillebrand got a stick lifted by Ballant. Jade Miller back behind Utah's net. Somebody with a Sergachev jersey walks in front of me. I think Sergey, I've seen that jersey along with Clayton Keller more than anybody else from that team. Out to the right side, Gallant out to neutralize. Across the center ice, but Fan done dumping it in as he was occupied by Moynihan. Hillebrand over towards Lepster, trying to get it back to Hillebrand in front of the net. Hillebrand nudged into Cross, gets back to his feet. Lepster gets pushed to the boards by Kumatsis. What a game he's played. Actually, Moynihan has also played well. Puck slides towards the Grizzlies bench, run down by Cooper Jones. Jones will zip it out to the left side, neutralized for Andrew Nelson. Will bounce to Hillebrand. Hillebrand tried to move it out to Messner out in front. Puck is tapped away by Idaho towards the right corner. Puck got some air under it. As Zins holds up Messner. Register holds his ground. Puck goes back to Messner. Breaks free of Zins. Messner now on the right side. Skates towards his left. He'll take a lefty shot. Blocker saved by Cross. Dashke over to Berg. Berg left side. Snaring pass shot. What a stop by Cross. And the rebound goes to Idaho. And it's cleared out. As Chrome will loft it into the Grizzlies zone. Dashke runs it down. Boy, Ben Cross, despite Idaho scoring 7 goals, so many multiple point games, he might be the number 1 star if he gets a shutout. Berg over to Dashke. Back to Berg. Will take a shot. Saved by Cross. Berg looking for his 4th goal of the season. Yoon off the near wall to Dashke. Dashke trying to get back to the high slots. It's wide of Yoon. Crone over the line. Dangles back and forth. He'll drop it for Murphy. Murphy gets back checked by Dashke. And Murphy couldn't get much of a shot off on towards Duplessis. Puck to the right side. Now Crone near goal line takes a lefty shot, and he fired it over Duplessis. Puck bounces towards the left wing boards. Kanadi battles with Dashke. Dashke will backhand it off the wall. Svetlikov couldn't handle it as Dashke will race out to center ice. Dashke over to Fonstad. Grizzlies enter the offensive zone with momentum. Dashke Fonstad trying to center it to Shea. Glanced off his stick. Idaho clears it back out. Jensen off the boards to Shea at the Utah line. He'll throw it across to Corbett off his stick. Miller runs it down. He'll slide it around the boards. Duplessis cuts it off behind his net. Corbett over to Fonstad, who nudged it ahead to Shea. Shea over the line, left wing. Stops towards the left corner. He tried to center it. Glanced off an Idaho stick. Corbett keeps it in. Right side, lefty shot. Saved by Cross. 5:15 left in the third. It's Idaho 7, Utah nothing. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
5:15 left in the third period. Idaho leads Utah 7-0. Really, the only thing that's in question now is whether Ben Cross will get his first professional shutout. He had 3 college shutouts in a 5-year stretch. He's been outstanding tonight. He stopped all 31 Utah shots. Idaho's outshot Utah 42-31. Idaho wins the faceoff. They'll ice the puck. And we'll come back down towards Ben Cross with 5:08 left in the third period. The last game of 6 straight here at Maverick Center. Utah so far has 6 out of a possible 10 standings points here on the homestand. Utah's a record of 2-1-1-1. Here in the homestand, Grizzlies will face Tulsa Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 6:05. And then they'll have one game over in Wichita on February 11th. Not sure whether the Grizzlies are going to be watching the big game on Sunday. Is it going to be from Wichita or Tulsa? Fonstad left side, skates in, gets around Harsh. Will take a shot, saved by Cross. As Reese Harsh will get it towards Svetlikov. It goes past him, but out to neutral ice. Jensen zips it towards Shea. As we have 4:47 left in the third. As Grizzlies have had their chances here in the third period. Cross has been outstanding in net. Behind the net, Jason Horvath, as Steelheads cut from left to right around him. As Horvath, they'll probably just stand there the rest of regulation. Aaron Aragon skates towards him to initiate action. As Horvath behind the net, fans want to see some action. Horvath continues to dance around the net. They'll move it to Harsh on the near side. Harsh will zip a hot one out to center ice. Aragon delivered a push on Harsh. Some fans over in the front row are having a good time over in the Steelhead zone. As Jones behind his net. As he'll get it towards Cade Nilsson. Nilsson fakes it towards Jones. Cross-ice pass is tapped away by Brendan Hoffman, who has 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. Nilsson will fly it off the glass towards Aragon. He gets to Idaho ice, and he'll dump it in. Cross behind his net. Armstrong runs into him. That's going to be a fight. As Craig Armstrong ran into the back of Ben Cross. And Armstrong wasn't slowing down. As we get a big pile over in the near the right corner. Andrew Nilsson and Cooper Jones nearby. As Cross was playing the puck behind his net, Craig Armstrong just made sure to nudge him in the back and let him know he was there. Armstrong is going to go to the penalty box. He's being escorted by linesman Andy Van Wagener. Tyler Kesson looks like he's pretty young, so you can tell that that's Van Wagener. Also going to the box is going to be Idaho's Andrew Ballant. So Ballant will go to the box. So will Armstrong. And yeah, Cross, he ran, and Armstrong made sure to get a piece of Cross. There was no slowing down. And then Ballant was the first guy there, and he gave Armstrong a bear hug. As Kraz a little bit hesitant there, kind of bobbling the puck. And we talk about that with taller goaltenders sometimes where, a guy that's 6'5", he may not be able to see down low at his feet all that well. It looked like Kraz was kind of hesitating with the puck a little bit. So Andrew Ballant in his 10th game as a Steelhead, he'll go to the box for the third minor penalty for Ballant. Looks like matching roughing minors will skate 4-on-4 with 3:48 left in the third. Ballant has been a longtime Indy fuel skater, playing, this was his 4th season with Indy, but he was acquired by the Steelheads from Indy on January 5th. Remember, Ballant was one of Indy's forwards when they were here on Thanksgiving week. So it is matching roughing minors, 16-12 into the third period. Armstrong for the Grizzlies and Ballant for Idaho. As the Steelheads win the draw, Matt Register behind his net. As Gallant tries to get around Kraz. Register will move it to the left side. Both teams kind of using a 4-on-4 as kind of what you would play in a 3-on-3 situation, with kind of that slow, methodical approach, waiting for the defense to make a mistake, reading the defense, and then reacting from there. Sends out towards Hoffman, who's got 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. He might be a star this evening. Over to Register, stops behind his own net. Register pushed ahead, turnover. Cole Gallant tries to throw it out in front. Now right side, righty shot by Lebster. Hits the side of the net. Now Register, he collides with Gallant. Yeah, 7-0 game. You wonder if things could start to get out of hand. As Andrew Nelson over in the left point. He'll throw it back to Lebster up top. Lebster shuffles with the puck. Now he stops over in the left point. Curls gets to Nielsen on the right side. Andrew Nelson around the net tries to center to Gallant, and Hoffman gets a stick in the way. That's what's happened all night. Jones down to the left side, take a righty shot. Saved by Kraz, and he dives in front of the crease to cover up. 2:47 left in the third. Draws game in the Steelhead zone. There's 59 seconds left in the 4-on-4. So I think we can say the Grizzlies, this game's probably in the refrigerator. Grizzlies will have 6 out of 12 standings points for the homestand. So 1 point per game on the homestand. And really, we're talking about climbing back into the playoff race. The 3-game series against Tulsa is huge. Utah's got to find a way to get some standings points. The Tulsa has been a pretty good club. Rob Murray's done a great job with that team. Off the draw, Utah wins it. Yoon over to Dashke, back towards Yoon. He skates home on Monday. He's got a point in 6 straight games. His shot's blocked by Kanadi. Hillebrand over to Dashke. He's down the middle. He'll slide it towards Hillebrand, who skates in front of Yoon. Hillebrand, who had a goal on Saturday night for his first pro goal. He's going to be a pretty good one. First-year pro out of Western Michigan. He'll drop her for Wood. Wood to the left side. He'll skate towards the middle of the ice, surrounded by 2 Steelheads, and Walton will poke the puck away from him onto Nick Kanadi's stick. Like Steelheads have been on point defensively. They haven't made a mistake tonight. As behind the net, Nick Kanadi will now start the attack. 5'8". He's speedy, he's shifty, he'll fight. He's made an impact for Idaho. It's his 3rd year with their club. As Utah gets it back, Dashke, as he'll race to the left side. Dashke over the offensive line, stops on the left wing, takes to Aragon. Dashke now on the left side, stops the point. He'll slide it towards Jensen, who gets it to Cade Nelson off his stick, taking it to Jade Miller. Idaho's been Johnny on the spot all night. We're back to skating 5-on-5. Miller skates in, left point, lefty shot kick saved by Duplessis. As Cade Nelson stops in the near corner. Now behind Duplessis' net, he stops. Grizzlies spread the ice. Minute 35 left in the third. Over to Jensen, and he'll lift it just under the video board. Horvath runs it down. As now there's 1:27 left in the third. Idaho has outshot Utah 43-33. They've gotten 2 goals and 1 assist from Connor McEachern and Brendan Hoffman. And Ben Cross so far has been perfect tonight with a 33 save. Right now would be listed as a shutout. Harsh over towards Corbett, and that is, he would have a shutout if a meteor just came in on Maverick Center as we speak. Berg to center ice over to Messner. Messner trying to center it, and diving in front's Jason Horvath. Horvath, the recent addition by Idaho, and he's been pretty strong. Nielsen with a shot, bounced off a Cross glove, and Duplessis runs it down in the left corner. He'll spin it around to Andrew Nelson. Will tap it to center ice. Wood has a glance off his stick. Kumatsi centers. Kumatsi down the middle. Moves to his left. Look for a centering pass from Moynihan out in front. Pass wide of the mark. 38 seconds left. Neil Shea crosses center ice. Steps over the offensive line as he tries to shield the puck away from Trevor Zins. Shea throws in deep. Grizzlies will bounce it off of Kanadi's skate. 26 seconds left. As the Steelheads will guide it out to center ice. Andrew that is, across the center ice, he'll whip it around. White will scoop it all the way towards the Grizzly zone for Andrew Nelson. 14 seconds left. And it looks like it's going to be a 7-0 shutout victory for Ben Cross, as the Steelheads got 2 goals and 1 assist from Brendan Hoffman and Connor McEachern. Everybody contributed to their attack. Idaho, 7 goals on 43 shots. The horn sounds, and that will do it. Ben Cross gets his first professional shutout, and he played an outstanding game, stopping all 34. So Utah comes away out of this 6-game homestand with a record of 2-2, 1-1. Idaho gets the victory as their record goes to 23, 15, and 5. And for both clubs, their 3-game overtime streak comes to an end. So it's back to the drawing board for the Grizzlies, and they got a huge 3-game series against the Tulsa Oilers later this week. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6:05. It's all Steelheads tonight. 7-0 is the score. After the first 2 games went past regulation, Idaho winning 2-1 on Friday. Utah responding with a 4-3 victory on Saturday night. We'll come back and have the post-game show. Once again, the Steelheads get a 7-0 victory over the Grizzlies. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Well, despite the score, it sounded like fans had a good time here at Maverick Center as Idaho gets a 7-0 victory. They take 2 out of 3 games in the series, and Idaho picked up 5 out of a possible 6 standings points. And the Grizzlies ended up with 3 out of a possible 6 standings points for the second straight series. So Utah, obviously, we're doing basic math. They pick up 6 out of 12 standings points for the homestand. Idaho scored first. They scored often tonight. Demetrios Koumatsis, it turned out to be the game winner. His second of the year, 8:29 in, with Brendan Hoffman and Andrew Bellant getting the assists. Exactly 3 minutes later, it was Brendan Hoffman getting his 17th of the year on a rebound off a Matt Register's shot. Register and Koumatsis each picked up the assists. Later on in the first period, on a delayed penalty, Patrick Moynihan scored on a one-timer from the left wing. He got his 4th of the year as he fired a low past Barcheski. McEachern and Register with the assists. Register ended the night with 2 assists. He now has 34 on the season, which leads all league defensemen. Wade Murphy made it a 4-0 game as he scored 10:04 in, with Crone and Zins getting the assists. Connor McEachern, 16 seconds later, 10:20 in, made it a 5-0 game, with Kanadi and White getting the assists. And with that, Jake Barcheski was pulled in favor of Vinny Duplessis. If I remember right, it looked like the Steelheads had 27 shots, meaning I thought that Barcheski had saved 22 of 27, but the box score on the ECHL app says that Barcheski saved 20 of 25. He was replaced by Vinny Duplessis, who saved 16 of 18. Idaho got a shorthanded goal, 15:41 in. Brendan Hoffman got his 2nd of the game and 18th of the season. A.J. White picked up his 2nd assist of the second period. Idaho led 6-0 after 2 periods. The Steelheads outshot the Grizzlies 18-6 in the second period, and they had 9 scoring chances to the Grizzlies 1. In the third period, Utah had 17 shots. Idaho had 11. Grizzlies actually had 6 scoring chances to Idaho's 5. The only goal in the third period was Connor McEachern getting his 16th goal of the year. Jade Miller picked up the assists, and that was all she wrote for the scoring. Boy, so many players ended up with a point. Mason McCard, let's see how many. There are probably only about 4 or 5 that didn't get a point for Idaho. McCarty, Ty Pelton-Bice, who's back after missing 12 straight games. Both guys were without a point. Pito Walton, Jason Horvath, and Blake Svetlikov. Those are the only 5 players who didn't get a point for Idaho tonight. As Brendan Hoffman had 2 goals and 1 assist. That's the same box score for Connor McEachern. Both Hoffman and McEachern were a +3 tonight for Idaho. Patrick Moynihan had 1 goal. He was a +3. Trevor Zins and Matt Register reach a +6. For the Steelheads, Zins had 1 assist. Register had 2 assists. For the Grizzlies, Mick Messner led the way with 5 shots on goal. Messner and Neil Shea were tied for the club lead with shots coming into play. Both guys had 109. Neil Shea had 4 shots, so Messner has 1 more shot than Shea on the season. Corbett and Fonstad each had 3 shots for the Grizzlies. Ben Cross gets his first pro shutout. He had 2 clean sheets for St. Lawrence University last season. And 2 years ago, he had one shutout in 6 games at Arizona State University. Time of game, thank the good Lord, is 2 hours and 18 minutes. And attendance, 3,418 here at Maverick Center. It just wasn't the Grizzlies' night. Idaho was everywhere they needed to be, and they played a great game. Grizzlies have a big 4-game road trip coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Utah takes on the Tulsa Oilers. Tuesday, February 11th, the Grizzlies will face Wichita, and then they come back for 6 straight at Maverick Center, including a 3-game series. Next home game for the Grizzlies will be on Valentine's Day against the Idaho Steelheads. Grizzlies' first ever fishing night will be on Saturday, February 15th. Well, that'll wrap things up. I'm just hanging out here trying to live my dream. Trying to go for it. My dream's to someday, some way, get to the National Hockey League. Hopefully someday those dreams will come true. Tonight, Idaho's dreams came true. They win 7-0 to take 2 out of 3 games in the series. We'll talk on Thursday night. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. Grizzlies will be over at BOK Center. Once again, in 2 hours and 18 minutes, in front of a crowd of 3,418, the Idaho Steelheads defeat the Utah Grizzlies 7-0. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.